Hello, welcome back to the water. My name is Beast. Hold on, let me just move the camera. There we go. Yeah, hello, welcome back to the water. My name is Beast. Today we're back with Hoshiro Mimira. We're gonna be playing through the almost 3 hours of content I lost. So that's gonna be fun. So yeah, also fittingly, because of what we're gonna be doing today, have someone that handle it again. I hate it when just the record I straight up set up something that was supposed to prevent me from losing the footage were the goddamn recording to fail. Also, we found out what was causing the outages. You see, we have a sewer system on our property, and basically the pump for that was the reason. That was what was causing the outages. Also, one of the fucking feet on the tripod was fucked for some reason. So yeah, anyways, as usual, the little starting roulette on the left-hand side, we have Depression with Crow. And on the right-hand side, we have that little, school festival date with Kaoruko. So yeah, that's nice. Also, something I feel I need to talk about is, the route order I plan on going for right now is, Orihime, Corona, and then for the last two, I don't know yet. I'm leaning towards Saya Hikari. There's one person who desperately wants me to do Saya last, because he said that he literally didn't finish this game because he did Saya first and didn't have any enjoyment for any other routes again. But I feel like I should do Saya. I should do Hikari last, because I feel like the whole her moving away is gonna fuck me up even more. But that's just me, so in the last decision, I'm gonna leave up to you all. And if it ends up being even, I'm gonna be the tiebreaker myself, basically. And if it's both sides getting in the same amount of votes, I'll go for Hikari. Anyways, there is a natural phenomenon called twilight. It's when the sun has already set, but the skies are still lit with a soft glow. It's a result of rays of sunlight from beyond the horizon reflecting in the dust and water particles in the air and getting scattered around. There's three stages to twilight. Sorry, my nose is being annoying again. First, there's civil twilight. It's when the sky is still bright. Next is nautical twilight, when the stars begin to emerge, but it's still light enough to make out where the sky and the sea meet. Last is astronomical twilight. At this stage, the sun's light is no longer visible, and the sky is almost completely dark. You can see the dimmest sixth magnitude stars with the naked eye. Astronomical observations can only be made after astronomical twilight. After the last traces of the day fade away, and true night after the last traces of day fade away, and true night emerges. The area in front of Mikazuki Station was abuzz with activity. Also, I'm gonna try to basically blast through this again, because I've seen all of this already. So yeah. A number of young school kids were out in the plaza, sight not normally seen here. They were all here to join our event. Oh, actually, fuck, I forgot something. I still need to upload the whole "there's not gonna be a video today" video. And replied to some comments. You know what, fuck it, I'm gonna pause the recording real quick. Okay, I started the upload and replied to the comments. Also, something I almost forgot to mention is, y'all remember me mentioning someone gifting me, the stray cat, the Princess the Stray Cat and Matters of the Heart? Well, the same absolute mad lad decided to gift me The Witch's Love Diary as well as Yukikoi Melt. So, thank you. Yeah, just thank you. I'm not about to question like your choices. Like, like you're already giving me one game. Like, I haven't even played the game you gifted me. Like, yet you just threw in 2 more. Like, thanks a lot. But are you sure you don't want to slow it down a bit? There you go. Anyways, let's keep going. They were all here to join our They were all here to join our event.
もう食べらんない。
Gaudi had shown up early and was lying on the counter in the cafe corner, rubbing her stomach.
食べ過ぎだよ。だって、もう一生食べられないかもしれないんだもん。大げさね。ずっと向こうにいるわけじゃないんでしょ。もう。ごめんね、アキトくん。
No, it's a miracle that there's any left at all, really. Saya brought me 1 piece of konnyaku, some chikawa, and 1 slice of potato. That would be enough for a side dish tonight.
よろしいでしょうか。
Honoka came up to the counter with a basket full of food and drinks. All stuff for the night. There was also stuff for event guests, so it was a pretty impressive amount. While I was busy scanning things, more and more had begun gathering. It was cold out, and there was nothing much to do, so most made their way inside.
タケじゃん、来たんだ。
At least this time I can't y'all can't see the dumbass moment I had in this.
なにその反応。こんばんは、タケくん。
There's had a real dumbass moment pretty early on in the episode.
よ、天の川。今日はよろしくな。
Takichi was another one of our guests. Taki, good timing. Can you carry some of this stuff for us? That was way too many bags for the girls to make it up the mountain with without breaking their backs.
いえ、私が自分で。
ああ、いいぜ。
You grabbed the bags as if they didn't weigh a thing.
ありがとうございます。にし。それでこそ、ジンノさんにもアピールできるってもんだよね。
お前がなんでそれを。
You turned to look at me. I just ignored him and took care of the next customer in line.
あきとめ。
心配しなさんなって。この私がキューピッドになってあげるから。
やめろ、マジでやめてくれ。
幼馴染でしょ、遠慮すんなよ。
遠慮じゃねえよ、見てわかんねえのか。
あったけ、いいところに。
Our teacher peeked out from the back of the store and came rushing out at the sight of Takichi.
先生、チーズ。なんすか。
あんたには貸しがあったわよね。3年生の時、あんたがおしっこ漏らしたの、みんなには黙っててやったでしょ。
あんたおしっこ漏らしたの？え、そうなんだ。
今言っちゃったじゃん。黙ってた意味ねえじゃん。貸しって言ったら、こないだ貸したゲーム早く返してくださいよ。
カジノにハマってて進んでない。
いいからさっさとクリアしろ。
ちまちまレベル上げとかお金稼いだりとか面倒なんだもん。
Just as lazy in the game world as in the real world, I thought. Honestly, God, I remember somebody telling me that in the fan disc she's gonna have a route. Hold on, and basically, like, I'm honest God intrigued. How the fuck are they gonna handle that? Because I'll go ahead and be honest. The way she currently is? No. The way she currently acts is not for me, personally. Hold on, what the fuck is that? Hey, come on, I can't enlargen it. Fuck. Anyways, characters. Main characters. Saya, Hikari, Korona, Miharu, Orihime, and Honoka. Oh, Honoka also gets around. Oh, and Korona's... Gotta shut up. You will see her this episode. She doesn't have a portrait though. Well, she apparently was only added in as a character in a patch. That's funny to me. Anyway, so yeah, we gotta get to see what's up with Miharu in Herat. So yeah, I'm kind of intrigued how the fuck that's gonna go down, because, like, as she is right now, no. Anyways.
それより、今晩、店番変わってくんない？あんた、どうせ暇でしょ。
Takechi turned up his nose at his former teacher, begging to him. The whole "you're not busy" thing was a pretty low blow too on Christmas Eve of all nights.
店番やれって母さんがうるさいのよ。顧問なんだって言っても聞いてくんなくて。あんた星なんか興味ないでしょ。お願い、この通りだから。
俺、今夜は大事な人と過ごすんで。
Takechi said with a determined look on his
やは
face.
り私の出番か。
ねえから出番。とにかく無理なんで他当たってください。
無理です無理です。
Sarah shook her head furiously as their eyes met. Those pleading eyes passed over Hikari, me, Honoka, and all the rest of the random people here, but no one offered.
孝太郎。
This cash register wasn't made for paws, though you occasionally heard about dogs running those tiny cigarette shops. You shouldn't have been playing games on the job in the first place, right? That's the real reason she couldn't go out. She was grounded like a child. You'll have to work it out with the manager.
イブの夜に娘を家に閉じ込めておこうなんて。だから今期が遅れるのよ。
She complained and hung her head. Things were starting to get real busy outside the store. At just a quick glance, I counted around 20 people. There were a few faces I recognized from school, some of the members from Nishi that lent us the tents, and then some kids from the other schools. Oh, there you are, President!
やあ、空見くん。メリークリスマス受験の息抜きにね。
He looked at me with a smile on his
と
face.
ころで、そろそろその部長というのやめてくれないかな。今の僕はただの一回の受験生さ。
If we ever get any new members, I'll think about it. Hey, you look pretty worn out.
君も再来年になればわかるよ。
I hope the stars out there tonight put some life back in those
ありが
eyes.
とう。そうさせてもらうよ。
人がいっぱい。天の川さん、どこかしら。
あ、いました。ほら、あそこ。
こら、コタちゃん。そんなに吠えないの。
What's the matter, Saya?
人が大勢いるから、コタちゃんが興奮しちゃって。
Nah, just let him be. He'll get tired of barking soon anyway.
ト君は来るの後になるんだよね。
Yeah, I can't clock out just yet. I asked the manager to let me off early tonight. And though I still wouldn't make it in time for the start, the night was long. Go on ahead and make sure Hikari doesn't get out of hand.
任せといて。
I gave her a little wave and walked away. And then,
天の川さん。
some girl I didn't recognize was calling out to Saya.
部長さん、こんばんは。来てこ、
Whoops.
こんばんは。
天の川さん、あなたすごいのね。
何がですか？
男子と親しげに会話をしていたじゃない。
そうですか?
These must be the girls that were using the Seisin Girls Astronomy Club as a cover for their comics club. So I invited them out to try and get them into astronomy. But they looked like they came out just to admire and praise her. I guess that's just what's going on. I guess that's just what going to an all-girls school is like. Greetings could be heard throughout the crowd.
皆様
5 minutes or so after everyone had gathered, Honoka called everyone's attention. They quieted down and gave her their attention.
今夜は、むつら星の会主催の天体観測会にお越しいただき、ありがとうございます。はじめまして、明光学院天文部部長の吉岡です。これから観測地へ向かいますが、暗いですので、くれぐれも足元に気をつけてください。それから、向こうでは我々の注意を守って、勝手な行動は慎むようお願いします。
All the Six Stars Club members were lined up with their hands raised, so everyone knew who to listen to. There were some first years from Nishi and Moromisawa, besides myself, Hikari, and the others.
今夜の観測会のテーマは、クリスマスイブの星空です。
Everyone got restless at the words Christmas Eve. It wasn't the same sky as any other night, but those words seemed to add an extra layer of excitement.
星座や星の解説をさせていただくほか、私たちが自作した天体望遠鏡で、肉眼では見えない天体を見ていただく予定です。
I could get some ice cream right now. Should I? Bit better at least. You'll also get a chance to use the telescope that we made. Wait, hold on, that's still her line, isn't it? I think that's still supposed to be her line, yeah. You could hear people muttering in disbelief when they heard that we made a telescope ourselves. Guess that was a natural reaction, though. To the average person, it probably didn't seem like the sort of thing you could make yourself. Even we didn't think we could at first.
出発の前に、まずはここで一つ、クリスマス名物の星を紹介させていただきます。北西の空をご覧ください。
Everyone turned to where Honoka was
あそこ
pointing.
に十字に星が並んでいるのがわかりますか?
They all muttered to each other as they tried to find them. I guess this is what they mean here. I think at least. Well, like this. Those who knew, or those who spotted them first, started helping the others out until it seemed as if everyone had
あ
found it.
れを北十字星、ノーザンクロスと言います。
Northern Cross still sounds like some kind of ability in a game. Northern Cross! You know, that kind of stuff. Actually, isn't that isn't that an ability in... Hold on. Or was it Southern Cross? Hold on. There you go, that's a list of the arts. Ancient Glyph, Grand Press, Ink Brazil, Crystal Flood, Maelstrom, Volcanic Rain, Flare Bomb, Purgatorial Flame, Judgment Bolt, Riding Vortex, Aerial, Rim Butterfly, Shadow Blade, Cross Crusade. That was Cross Crusade. I'm a fucking idiot. No, well. Voice from the crowd asks if it was the constellation
その
Cygnus.
通り、白鳥座です。
Ah, yes, the Gay Swan.
夏の星座である白鳥座は、クリスマスイブのこの時間帯、頭を下へ向けて、地上に突き立つように沈んでいきます。
If y'all still have no idea who I talk about when it comes to that, it is the boss Cygnus Wing is who I'm talking about. Who would be this man's? Hold on. This man's. Wanna know how he fights? He fights with ballet. Oh, you can. Oh, yeah, I forgot that you can actually fight all the bosses from the different games in Mega Man Star Force 3. Honestly, God, like Mega Man Star Force is a really good series, but I barely hear anyone talking about it. It's kind of fucking sad. Like, it's a really good game series for the DS. Like, if you have a DS, just go look at it. Oh, I didn't know that the new Mega Man had like a little homage to Star Force. Also, Mega Man Star Force had like one character I really liked as a kid, which would be Sonia. I forgot her. Sonia Strum. Or the English name being Misora, I guess. The little kitty rock star, I guess. Fuck. Oh, that's the problem. So yeah, now you know who I mean but when I talk about Cygnus, and now you have a game series you can check out, because it's honest to God really good, in my opinion. Also, the rogue noise in Star Force 3 is fucking busted. The thing is, like, every game has a kind of transformation thing. Like, in the first one, it's the Pegasus, Dragon, and Leo transformations. In the second one, it's the Zerker, Ninja, and Saurian transformation. And in the last one, it's in the third one, it's like a bunch of different noise transformations based on the different bosses you can fight, as well as like the ultimate noise forms being a Red Joker and what was the other? Black Ace. Yeah. Anyways,
その姿が十字架に見えることからノーザンクロスと呼ぶわけです。
So yeah, just go ahead and check out Mega Man Star Force. It's really good, in my opinion. Actually, I may be able to like get it started on an emulator and just play it using a controller. That's something I can try. I didn't even think of that. Like, also in Mega Man Star Force 3, sword weapons are fucking busted. Anyways, she already said that during the summer months, Cygnus holds Albireo in its beak. But on Christmas, just around that time, it is known instead as the Northern Cross. It was named to be the opposite of the Southern Cross in the Southern Hemisphere. It's just a little special something for astronomy fans around Christmas time. I wondered if these people felt any sort of reverence when looking up the cross in the Christmas Eve sky.
では出発の前に注意事項を説明します。 現地に着いたらライトの使用を極力控えるようにしてください。
どうしてですか？
暗さに目を慣らすためです。
Our eyes don't let us see anything if we're just suddenly thrown into the dark, but give them some time and they will adjust. And even if the opposite is true, when you come out of a long dark tunnel, it will take our eyes some time to get used to how bright it is outside. That's because our eyes are made to adjust to the light levels around us. Unfortunately, while they can adjust to light in 40 seconds to a minute, they take 30 minutes or more to fully adjust to the dark. This is what we call the light-dark. This is what we call light-dark adaptation. If we want to see the stars with our own eyes, this dark adaptation is incredibly important. Oops. There's a whole world of difference in what you can see before and after your eyes have adjusted.
ライトをつけてしまうと、せっかく暗さに慣れた目が元に戻ってしまいます。
Even if you've spent half an hour getting used to the dark, if someone turns on a light, your eyes will reset in just a matter of seconds.
暗さに慣れた目で見る星空は本当に綺麗です。ご協力をお願いします。
それじゃあ真っ暗になっちゃうんじゃないですか？
Like something I also said in the last part, and I said last part, the part that I lost. For some reason, Honoka's eyes really unsettle me.
ご心配には及びま
Like
せ
I
ん。
don't know what it
明かり
is.
が必要な時はこちらで用意したこの赤いセロファンがついた懐中電灯を使ってください。
Like something about her eyes, like her general expression, just unsettles me, and I don't know what it is. I don't know how to describe it. It just does. So yeah. Anyways, Honoka turned on one of the lights covered in red, and just as you'd expect, it gave off a red light.
なんで赤いのならいいんだ？
Red light is easy on the eyes. It doesn't bother your adjusted eyes as much.
また吹きさらしの場所なので夜が深まるとかなり冷え込んでくると思います。寒くなったら無理せずテントに入るか森の向こうにある廃車両の基地へ行ってください。場所はお手元のプログラムに書いてあります。
Event programs had been prepared for everyone and handed out
勝手
beforehand.
に行き来すると危ないんで、天文部員の誰かに声かけて連れてってもらってくだ
It's
さいね。
dangerous to go alone, so take one of us. Hikari piped in for an extra comment. If any of you need hand warmers or anything, be sure to drop into the convenience store here to pick them up before you go. As soon as the words were out of my mouth, a number of people went into the store. Looks like we'd be able to make our sales goal.
それでは先に行ってますね、スラミくん。
Yeah, I'll catch up with you
じゃあ
later.
ね、アキト。また後でね。
Sure thing. Keep an eye on them, okay, Taka? He was carrying all the stuff I asked him to, even Sai and Hikari's stuff. As a regular on the basketball team, he definitely had some strength in him. To him.
それでは出発します。遅れずについてきてください。
Following Honoka, everyone made their way to the observatory. Huh? This one's from Saya.
月もないし、空気も霞んでなくて、星がすごくよく見えるよ。
The event had already kicked off, and everyone kept messaging me about it. I'm sure they just are thinking of me, but this is just making the wait even worse. I shoved my phone into my pocket with a sigh. There were only 30 more minutes until my shift was up, and celestial bodies were shifting all the while, ever so slightly. No one's mentioned the Obsonian, though. I wonder if it even works. Maybe I should have asked someone. I don't think it would help me relax, no matter what the answer is. If they were able to use it, I would feel jealous. And if they weren't, something was wrong, I definitely wouldn't be able to handle the weight. And I wouldn't really be doing my job either. I wonder what it would look like with an even larger telescope. We all had such big, wide imaginations as kids. We talked about what we'd do if we owned the Hubble, even though there was no chance in the world that it would ever happen. Even still, I thought about hooking an eyepiece onto it and looking through it with my own eyes. I would even think of how hard it would be to keep posture and look through an eyepiece out in space. Didn't think there was anything that the Hubble couldn't see. The Hubble was definitely an impressive telescope, but it wasn't able to see the ends of space. It wasn't quite the ultimate telescope, but I'd always dreamt it was. I've always liked dreamt more than dreamed. Just sounds better in my opinion. Even back then, the Alma was uncovering a number of mysteries of space. I just didn't realize back then that there were different kinds of telescopes, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. How would our hunk of junk put out as one hold up? Is that the eyepiece up there? Like, I'm guessing you would have to get up onto a stool in order to look through. What in the cosmos would that big beast show us? Hey, don't fucking mention my stomach. That's rude. I still don't even know if we can see anything with it. We'd made it ourselves though, so I was sure it was not going to be the best quality. But that just meant it might give us a different look than what we were used to. How would it feel looking through that telescope? Would I switch from an astronomer who never looks at the stars to just a normal astronomy club member again?
あら、空見くん、まだいたの?
The manager seemed surprised to find me. What do you mean, still? You could see the clock, and it clearly wasn't time to go yet.
ごめんね、気がつかなくて。ミハル、ちょっと来なさい。ミハル。
There was no reply.
ったく、しょうがない子だよ。
Oh, Miss Miharu is acting as our advisor,
いい
so...
んだよ。うちのバカ娘のことは気にせず、言っといで。
She said as she began fixing her apron. But, I mean, I've been cutting down my hours as it is already. I'm just causing you more
子
trouble.
供が余計な気遣いするんじゃないよ。あんたにはいつもよく働いてもらってるんだから。さあ、行った行った。
Oh, thanks so much. I'll head right out
は
then.
いよ。気をつけていくんだよ。
And so I made my way out, a little earlier than expected, although I was feeling a little bad for our teacher. Skies were just as clear as Saya's text said. Couldn't have been a more perfect night for stargazing.
じゃあ次は冬のダイヤモンドを辿ってみましょう。オリオン座の右下の星リゲル、そこから冬の大三角のシリウス、プロキオンとつなぎ双子座のポルックスを辿って。
Keisuke from Moromisawa Technical knew a lot about the positions of the constellations. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. This is a mistake I did on the first go through. This is currently from Saya's point of view. Like, there was no indicator that they would be going from Saya's point of view right now. Like, none at all. They just decided, fuck it. Anyway. And his absolute love of astronomy really came through in the way that he spoke and captured all our guests' attention. He even captured my attention. He's even captured my attention.
一等星、二等星という言葉を聞いたことがあると思います。星の明るさを表す言葉ですが、最も明るい星を一等星、肉眼で見えるギリギリ暗い星を六等星としています。6等星までの星の数はおよそ8600個。全天で合わせて目に見える星が8600個あるってことです。そのうち1等星は21個しかありません。そのたった21個のうち7つの1等星が冬の空に輝いています。
Every time I hear someone say Fuyu, because they mentioned winter, all I can think about is fucking winter fireworks from Majikoi. Because that's a really good soundtrack. It's a really good soundtrack. Pulled in by Keisuke's explanation, I turned my now adjusted eyes to the skies and took in the beauty of the stars of winter. Sirius, Betelgeuse, Procyon, Rigel, Pollux, Capella, Aldebaran. Not just the well-known first magnitude stars either. The skies were littered with stars of all brightnesses and colors. They were both beautiful and overwhelming.
どうですか？冬の星空は華やかでしょ？
これだから冬の星見はやめられないんだよね。
God had come up beside me as I stared off into space, listening to Keisuke speak from afar.
最初の頃は、なんでこんな寒い季節にわざわざ星なんか見るんだって言ってたけどね。
We all laughed, thinking back on those days. We didn't even know that you could see different stars in different seasons back then.
一度、すごく星が綺麗な夜があったよね。あったね。あれ、何だったんだろうね。
Whoops. It was one night after the three of us had been out a few times before.
もう帰ろうよ。
Yeah, let's go. There was no big show going on in the skies, and the day-to-day changes were hardly noticeable. I had grown sick of watching the skies day after day. Plus, I was frozen right down to the bone, and I couldn't really take it anymore. But then it appeared overhead. We had been so busy watching our footing that we hadn't really even checked the skies on our way up. But then, up there, with our eyes fully adjusted, we saw the brightest starlight sky we had ever seen.
何これ。
Amazing. I like how there's literally one part of me using that kid voice. And that's it. Because screw using the kid voice. We couldn't help staring upwards, mouths agape. It was like the stars were exponentially brighter than usual, lighting up the whole sky. And this guy with me, like, using my normal voice for Kid Akito, all I can think about is just Akito, just, like, same size as he usually is, but just, like, longer hair and just actual beard, like, literally just, like, my head on this kid. That's all I can think about for some reason, and it's fucking killing me, like... Ah, yes. Oh, wait. No mother. Grandfather, I need sustenance. Ah, yes, Miss Miharu. Here is my report for my 5th grade, homework. I didn't have a pen, so I had to write it with crayon. It was like the stars were exponentially brighter than usual, lighting up the whole sky. The whole sky seemed like some grand illusion. I trembled, not from the cold, but because of a strange fear that rose up inside me.
もうちょっと見てよ。
Yeah. We huddled together to stay warm and continued watching the skies.
あれ以来、あんな夜空には出会ってないね。本当何だったんだろうね。
Either the conditions were just unimaginably perfect that night, or we were so worn out from the climb and the cold that our senses were unusually sharp. Even now, I still didn't really understand it. But ever since that day, whether we'd known it or not, we continued to try and find that sky once more.
遅いね。
That's the part where I realized, oh fuck, hold on, I'm currently in like in Saya's point of view. Shit. Wish I noticed that sooner.
何やってんだろう。もうバイト終わってる時間だよね。そうだね。
I already sent a bunch of texts, but still no reply. Looked like Hikari was getting sulky for the same
早
reason.
乙女先生が店番変わってくれないのかな。あり得るね。先生、働くの嫌いだから。
ねえ、天文部の人、手作り望遠鏡ってまだなの？
もう少々お待ちください。まだメンバーが揃っていませんので。
Monaco was busy taking care of our guests. Naruto from Nishi High seemed to be growing impatient, though.
ねえ、もう始めちゃわない？そんなのダメよ。全員揃ってからじゃないと。
でも来ないじゃん。
そうですね。ロブソニアン目当てに来ている人もいるので、あまり待たせすぎるわけには。
Keisuke gave a wonderful explanation to of the constellations and other stars, but people seem to be growing a little restless at the unchanging skies.
電話に出てくれません？
どうしたんだろう、アキに。
Should have been here already, and everyone was getting a little worried. Hikari, still next to me, spoke up.
あいつ、ちゃんと来るかな。
どうして？来るよ。だって楽しみにしてたじゃない。
うん。でも。
I checked my phone again, and he still hadn't texted me back. Jeez, would everyone just give me a break here? My phone kept buzzing non-stop. I just left it be and continued my climb up the slope. I could hear people's voices carried over on the wind. Sounded like they were having a good time. Ah! I thought I heard some demonic mumbling in the darkness, but it turned out to be Takeichi. He's sitting in the dark with his arms around his knees, looking at the ground instead of the stars above. Hey, what's up, Take? Okay. He could be kind of a pain, so I figured I'd just let him be. After I walked ahead a bit further, I could see all the main members of the Six Stars Club gathered in a circle. They seemed like they're discussing something serious. Did something happen? Hey!
来た！アキトくん、無事でしたわ。
Huh? Everyone looked at me with such joy or surprise, but I had no idea what was going on.
遅いっつーの。
でも無事でよかったです。
Wait, safely?
連絡しても繋がらないから、てっきり夜道で何かあったのかと。途中でダムもありますし、あそこ夜中は幽霊が出るとか。
All I can think about is just a we never learn situation from the manga for like those finals. You know what I'm talking about if you read the manga. I don't want to spoil anything. They're basically a situation like that. Also, I really like what the author of We Never Learn is doing. Like, he was basically like, okay, so usually in manga we make the main character choose one girl and go for it. But why the fuck would I do that? Everybody gets an ending! Like, it's basically he made routes for the manga for every character. And that's amazing in my opinion. Still waiting for the Kirisu route. That wasn't it. I don't know why, but for some reason her name keeps escaping me as of late. We never learn Mafuyu Kirisu. There we go. I don't know why, I just am unable to remember her name as of late. What the fuck? Okay, so for some reason in the wiki page, like there's as usual just okay, here's a picture of her from the anime. Here's a picture of her from the manga. For some reason, the picture for her from the manga is her in a magical girl outfit, and I'm confused. Anyways, then.
出るよ。引きずり込まれるってお母さんが言ってた。
So you guys were all gathered up like that because you were worried about me? I said it jokingly, but no one seemed to share my attitude. They all stared silently. Sorry to worry you, but as you can see, I'm fine.
遅かったね。何してたの?
Whoops. The signs were just so nice I couldn't help but look at them while I walked. I guess my pace was a bit slower than I thought.
なんで返事返さないのよ。
I looked at my phone after my eyes had finally adjusted. No way! Everyone let out a deep sigh. Guess they weren't kidding. They really are. They were actually worried about me. I'm sorry. I figured I might as well apologize once more. Everyone was upset I hadn't responded, but they didn't yell. I guess they were astronomy club members too and could understand my reasoning. I gave Hikari a quick elbow. Hey, Hikari, what did you do to Taka?
何って。何もしてないわよ。
Come on, I saw him sitting like a zombie out there on my way up.
ああ、あれね。光のせいじゃないよ。
By God, I have massive deja vu right now. I saw this exact scene before. Before I even got the goddamn... I saw this, like, I think a few days before I got the webcam in a dream. Just like me, like, being really annoyed about this part of my ear being itchy, while Saya was on screen saying it wasn't Hikari's fault with Hikari having a stupid grin on her face. And then reacting like, oh fuck, deja vu. And now it happened, and I'm fucking freaking out again. Ah! Sarah signaled my attention with her eyes.
先輩、撮影の方どうします？
しばらくこっち忙しいからカメラ好きに使っていいよ。
やった。
Looks like Naruto and that first year were getting along pretty well. I'd always assumed they were close, but, I see. I guess you had a boyfriend. That must have been what set Takaichi off.
私が出て行くまでもなかったわ。
It was probably best that it went down this way anyway. Anyway, the skies are really clear tonight, huh? Reminds me of way back when. Remember that night there? When the stars looked more beautiful than ever? So Hikari gave each other weird looks. What?
別に。
They sure seemed happy about something.
全員揃いましたし、遅くなりましたが、始めましょうか。そうですわね。
Wait, what are we starting? I had one of tonight's programs and I was sure there was nothing set to start at this time.
何って、そんなの決まってます。
She turned around as she spoke.
ファーストライトですわ。
What? You still haven't started? It should have started an hour after everyone had got here.
あんたが来ないから始められなかったんでしょうが。
Naruto seemed a little irked. But wait, I told you to start without me. I definitely told them not to wait. I had still been at work when the first light had been scheduled to start.
やっぱりみんな揃ってやりたいじゃないですか。え？
If I'd known, I would have made my way up here a lot faster.
皆様、長らくお待たせいたしました。これより、私たちが自作した天体望遠鏡、プレアデス1号のファーストライトを始めます。
Everyone gathered to her call.
空見さん、いいですか？
Yes. Keisuke and I pulled off the sheet we used to cover it this afternoon. The steel frame of the telescope... Oh, I didn't realize that the first time. The telescope cast its silhouette against the starlit sky. The crowd was abuzz with talk at the strange sight of it. We heard a lot of people say that it looked like a cannon. Just like Corona.
初めて目にする皆
I guess
様
Corona
が
looks
驚
like
か
a
れる
cannon.
のも無理はありません。しかしこの子は、れっきとした天体望遠鏡ですわ。
ロブソニアンという種類の自作望遠鏡です。レンズではない鏡を利用した反射望遠鏡で、とてもシンプルな構造をしています。
There was an explanation of how it was built in the pamphlet, so some people probably already
鏡
knew.
頭はこのように省略し、このフレームの部分には自転車のホイールと鉄パイプを組み合わせ、課題も廃材を再利用。試供は
Even the whoops, that's still her line. Honoka looked at Orihime.
何でしたっけ？
なんだったかしら。
Naru and Keisuke kind of tilted their heads to the side.
なんだったかな？
Why is everyone having such problems? Problems remembering the damn name. Corona looked over to me for help. Hikari and I looked over at to Saya, and soon enough all eyes were on her. Saya winced, but still answered.
エンシェント・イビルアイ。
Everyone seemed a little surprised at the lame name, but Honoka just continued as if nothing happened. But yeah, like I said at the beginning, just go ahead and put who you want to see first between Hikari and Saya. Just put that down in the comments. Anyways.
と名付けられたガラ
Hold on. Everyone seemed a little surprised at the lame name, but Honoka just continued as if nothing happened.
スを磨いて制作しました。なんで私に言わせるの？っていうかいる？今の説明必要だった？要するに、ほとんどのパーツが廃材の再利用によって賄われているのです。
エコロジーですわ。本日の観測会は、このプレアデス1号のファーストライト。つまり、初めてこの天体望遠鏡で星の光を見てみることが真の目的なのです。それでは、ファーストライト開始。
At Orihime's command, everyone sprung into action. Not that it was any kind of exciting sort of action. First, the parts were re-examined, and the optical axis was adjusted as necessary. Then we decided on a target and began our search for it.
まずは何がいいかしら。
今の時間だと、
ここはやっぱクリスマスツリー星団でしょう。
どこにあるのでしょう。一角十座のそばだから。
Once our target was set, we just had to aim the finder scope at it. Dobsonians also need finder scopes. I pulled the finder off my telescope and attached it to the Pleiades 1. Once the finder was fixed, we just had to adjust the focus of the eyepiece. It was a Newtonian telescope, so the eyepiece was in front of the lens barrel. Dobsonians were so big that, depending on the angle, you would need to climb up to see through it.
まず誰から見るの？そんなの決まってますわ。
Everyone looked at me. Wait, why me?
この望遠鏡制作に携わった人の中で一番の功労者に ファーストライトの栄誉をと思いまして。
Come on, I didn't really. I was hoping someone else would step in to take credit, but no one did.
秋に早く
Kotono pulled me over to the telescope.
さあ、どうぞですわ。空見くん、どうぞ。
え、
早くしなよ。後が使えてるんだよ。
They weren't gonna let me say no. And so I just went through with it and climbed up. Okay, fine. This is what I had been looking forward to. I felt bad that the first light's first look was going to be taken by me, the astronomer who never looks at the stars. But really, I was quite thrilled. Here goes. The eyepiece was right in front of me. And on the other end of that, space itself. Space as it can only be seen from this
どう
telescope.
ぞ。早く早く
I went to look through it, but then froze up.
どうしたの？
何かトラブルですか？
Climbed back down without saying a word. I really think someone else should go first.
どうして？
Everyone, the Six Stars Club members, and gathered guests alike, watched me with puzzled expressions. I just laughed it off and headed to the end of the line. Guess everyone just sort of gave up after that, and they picked a new order instead. People make their way in and out of the train car to warm up. I boiled some water in the portable stove top and made some instant noodles. That would be dinner for our guests. Besides, you can't stay warm without some food in your stomach. Food's ready. Two girls came up and each took a cup. Careful, it's really
あ
hot.
りがとうございます。うわー、暖かい。
Girl held a warm styrofoam cup with both hands to warm herself up. She was pretty cute. Enjoying the stars tonight?
はい。星ってこんなに綺麗なんですね。今日来てみてよかったです。
She said that with a smile and headed back inside with her friend. Well, our guests were friends and acquaintances of Six Stars Club members. If any of them started to have an interest in astronomy at all, the event would be considered a success. Turned my head to the sound of a familiar bark.
見ちゃった。
It's me, Harua. Is that jacket like enough for her?
よその女の子にデレデレしてるとこ見ちゃったわ。これはさやたちにチクらないとな。
She laughed an evil sort of laugh as she made her way onto the platform with Kotaro. I was in no mood for a joke since I just sighed. Why are you here anyway? Why'd she convince the manager to let her
小
out?
太郎の散歩だって言って出てきた。嘘はついてないもん。
Whoops. Yeah, I see, alright. She really was a kid. Kotaro seemed really worked up about being someplace new, so I pet him to calm him down. You sure are warm, eh?
へえ、こんなのが残ってたんだね。
She looked around the train car, illuminated in starlight.
ここがあんたたちの？
Yeah, it was our secret
教
observatory.
師時代に知ってたら出入りを禁止にしてたところだわ。
Yeah, we figured as much. That's why we kept it a secret.
これだからガキどもは油断ならないのよ。
Damn
で
kids.
もそっか。こんなところであんたたちはいつも星を見てたんだね。
Oh, I hate the itch.
いいところね。
She laughed, and it really brought back memories. Want some?
いいね。観測会っつったらカップ麺だよね。
I poured some of the boiled water into another cup for her. Here, those for you. Open up one of the packages of sandwiches and let Kotaro have at
い
it.
ただきまーす。
I'm not sure it's that instant, you know?
いいのいいの。ちょっと硬いのがうまいんだから。
She said as she started slurping up the only partially boiled noodles.
これよこれ。懐かしい味だわ。
She watched me as I watched Kotaro devour his sandwich.
大丈夫かい？
I was going to try and avoid a question, but I decided not to. I guess you could already tell. I'm really a wimp, huh? I guess I never realized how much of a wimp I am. I just never realized how much of a wimp I am. She didn't seem to have the right words for the moment, so she just focused on her noodles. She must have crossed paths with Hikari and the others before coming here, and probably heard the story. So she knows why I'm sulking around over here.
聞いたよ。大木橋のこと。またすぐにいなくなっちゃうんだってね。ほんと、忙しい子だね。
She had been laughing, but one look at my face cut her laughter short. I could tell without even looking straight at her that she was trying desperately to find something to say. She was worried about what she could even say to me. She was always like that, getting too caught up in things. It's probably why she wasn't cut out to be a teacher. But it was also what made me like her as a teacher too. I thought it might be okay, but as soon as I realized I was about to set my eyes on the stars, I got scared all of a sudden, and before I knew it, I had stepped down from the telescope. I had figured it'd be a problem to start with, though. I actually could have had the day off of work, but I didn't take it on purpose. I'd wanted the event to start without me. I'd wanted everyone to have their fun, and show up when things were settling down, and maybe just take a quick peek through the Pleiades 1. The whole reason I took so long getting here after work was kind of on purpose too.
前に言ってたじゃない。星を見てると不安になるって。あれ、ちょっとわかるわ。
My eyes drew a little tighter. Her eyes drew a little tighter, looking almost
星
sad.
に手は届かない。子供の頃はさ、いざとなったら空だって飛べるって思ってたりしたわよね。そう思っていれば平気で渡れる吊り橋も、実は翼なんてないって気がついちゃったら、足が震えて一歩も前へ進めなくなる。星に手は届かない。それに気づいてしまったら、夜空を見上げるのさえ怖くなる。別に宇宙へ行きたいわけじゃない。
Hold on.
実際に手に触れたいわけじゃない。でしょ？
Yes. Never wanted to be an astronaut or anything like that. What I was after was more fantastical. Something that didn't really exist anywhere but in stories. That's exactly why it was so
どん
frustrating.
なに望んでも結局は手が届かない遠い場所。でもね。
She looked up to the sky so suddenly that I couldn't help but follow her gaze. And billions of the winter stars showered down on me.
光は届いてるよ。だから見えるんだ。
Their light made their journey? Miss Mewtwo
どんな
nodded.
に遠くても、どんなに時間がかかっても、星が光を放つ限り、私たちはその存在をこうして感じることができる。だからあの星たちは空想でもおとぎ話でもないんだよ。
She squinted her eyes a bit, giving those stars a good long look, as if she was looking over someplace far away and up in the sky.
あんたの光は今、手の届く場所にいるじゃないか。
Man, star. Kotaro's ears suddenly perked up and he started barking. Right at the same time, a girl came running out of the woods. Her hair flying like a twin-tailed comet. She came running up on the platform.
Akita!
Hikari, what's the matter?
プレアデス1号が変なの
What?
急に焦点が合わなくなって、それで。
She was exasperated and out of breath, which made her explanation broken and rushed. She got me all worked up too, though, and before I knew it, I was on my feet. Can you watch over things here?
はいよ。
I ran out, and leaving the gasping Hikari behind as I ran through the woods. Once I made it there, everyone was gathered around the telescope with gloomy looks on their faces. Our guests all stood at a distance watching
なん
them.
かしらけるね。
I made my way through the crowd.
秋田くん
Hikari already filled me in. I wasted no time getting up to check out the mirror box. It might be distorted because of the cold. Matter expands when warm and contracts when cold. Your normal store-bought telescope would be equipped with low expansion glass, but ours was made with glass from a decoration. It was also a whopping 40 centimeters in diameter, so it was even more susceptible to this kind of thing. Left out here in the cold, I wouldn't have been surprised if it had contracted. It doesn't look cracked or anything. As far as I could tell, there didn't seem to be any problems I could point out just by looking. Maybe the optical axis is off?
いえ、それは確かめましたが、ずれていませんでした。
And what?
焦点が合わず、像がぼやけてしまうのよ。
I stood up on the mount. Here, someone hold the thing.
任せて
Conan came up and supported the frame so it didn't move. I looked through the eyepiece. What I could see through it was a blurry and incoherent mess. It's like it's way out of focus. The most likely explanation was distortion due to the change in temperature. Looked like using normal glass was really a bad idea after all. I worked on adjusting the focus a bit. Our Pleiades 1 wasn't quite as easy to put in focus as our retail telescope, though. Something started to come through. The bright blur slowly turned to something smaller and more pointed, but...
どう
今いいところですわ。
He's getting bamboozled. Like, the thing is, I didn't think about it the first time. But thinking about it, if, like, the cold expansion, like the cold contraction was a thing, like, was a problem, it would have already been a problem when they arrived. Because, like, this telescope has been out all fucking day. So it sure as hell would have already been contracted by the time they arrived. But it wasn't. Like, only a while after they started looking through it did they say it started to lose focus. And even then, like, it's just suddenly starting to lose focus is also bullshit. Because it would slowly but surely lose the focus. It's not like it's like this, suddenly boom, contracted. No, it's like slowly contracts. I saw it. Everything came into focus, and the expanse of space stood right before my eyes. Faint sparkling light of countless stars came shining through. A celestial body. Is this Christmas tree cluster? Couldn't help but speak out loud.
メリークリスマスですわ。メリークリスマス。秋にメリークリスマス。
Just get down, alright, you little shits. I stood up there dumbfounded, looking back at everyone. Everyone's worn stone faces were suddenly lit with smiles and
ドッ
smirks.
キリ大成功だね。
Gotcha! I still not quite getting what was going on. I turned towards Hikari. Hikari stood together with Saya, gesturing sorry to me. You guys. And I realized that it wasn't just the Six Stars Club members, but other guests were laughing too. Even the person who was complaining about being bored moments ago. Was everyone in on
ご
this?
めん。こうでもしないと見てくれないと思って。どうかな。プレアデス1号で見る空は。
It was... how was it? I was so focused on fixing whatever was wrong that I didn't even give it any thought. I'd even forgotten how I ran away from the whole thing a short while ago. How did it feel when I focused in on the brilliance of the
綺
skies?
麗だったでしょ？
No, it wasn't anything special, I guess. Everyone looked disappointed at my response. The Christmas tree cluster I saw in my book as a kid was much more colorful. The pale skies you see through a telescope are nothing compared to photographs. Plus, our Pleiades 1 didn't provide the best image quality, so everything blurred together. But it was still kind of exciting. I played back that feeling from moments ago. Once again, this game has some really nice imagery of the sky. It looks fucking gorgeous. Like I could reach the stars. Opening time!
光。
Are you happy now? Getting kind of embarrassed, standing out in front of everyone, I stepped down, but Urhime stood in my way. She crossed her arms over her voluptuous
そう
bosom.
はさせません
Bosom.
わ。あなたには心ゆくまで天体を堪能していただきます。
No, really, I've seen enough
ア
already.
キト、
Hikari came up and grabbed my
私
hand.
たちここにいるよ。不安はみんなで受け止めるから。
Everyone gave me encouraging looks, even if they didn't really seem interested, like Narue. What I wanted to do was run immediately away from this embarrassment, but Urhime didn't look like she'd let up.
むつら星の会の目的をお忘れかしら。
To spread interest in astronomy to more and more people and expand the field itself. Urhime's face lit up in agreement.
あなたみたいな天文大好きっ子を逃すわけにはいきません。
She puffed out her chest proudly, but the closer I looked, the more I could see a bit of uncertainty creeping through her expression. I could see right through her bluff. She played tough to try and get me to stay here. That's just how kind she was. It suddenly brought back memories. Stargazing brings out the kinder side in people. If only everyone could feel that small bit of light from deep, deep in space, I'm sure the world would be a much more peaceful place. If you want to remember that faint light, grow up to be a kind person who sees that light that others cannot. That's what my father said to me when he brought me this telescope. That shining light might have been you, Hikari. When was that again? Oh, it was the first time Hikari and I used my telescope together. I thought my telescope was broken, but Hikari learned how to fix it from Miss Miharu, and the skies were beautiful that night. This night felt like it was reliving that night with Hikari. I sighed in defeat. Well, if you insist.
そうこなくちゃ。
ここにいるみんなはもう存分に楽しんだ後ですから、心置きなく銀河旅行を堪能してくださいな。
We'll do just that. Hikari, Saya, can you two help me out?
うん、いいよ。任せといて。コロナも。
Thanks, guys. I don't know why I'm looking like that right now. Now with that, I took a journey through through space. Pleiades 1 didn't provide the best quality image or anything, but it was beautiful nonetheless. Nevertheless, and I knew that it was all just light shining through from far across the void of space. It was this telescope that we made with our own hands that brought them closer to me. It was our second set of eyes. That big piece of junk, the Ancient One's evil eye, had been transformed into the primary mirror of our Pleiades 1. I'm disappointed that I didn't get to this scene before the goddamn music restarted. And now it captured light from far off in space for us to see. This unsightly collection of junk was our ship to the stars. Now me and my steadfast crew were ready for our journey. Finally home. Back home in the skies. And I wandered off to the endless expanse of it. Just as it got started again. God fucking damn it. I returned once again to Earth after my trip to the stars. Settling down on one of the picnic sheets, I watched everyone else as they watched the stars. Honest God, I would have loved to just lie down on one of the fucking logs and just look up at the sky. Or just lie down on one of the picnic sheets. Oops. People were gathered around the Pleiades 1, but some had also brought their own equipment. Everyone seemed to be joining the Christmas Eve sky in their own way.
空見くん、どうです？楽しんでいますか？
I must have looked upset, as she also seemed worried. Yeah, of course. They certainly pulled a fast one over on me, but I wasn't upset. If anything, I should probably thank them.
先ほどはすみませんでした。あなたを騙すような真似をしてしまって。
No, don't worry about it. If you hadn't, I probably now would have got up there to use the Pleiades 1.
そう言っていただけると気が楽になりますが、やはり何かお詫びをさせてください。
I really just wanted to let it all go, but she didn't seem like she would.
空見くん、プラネタリウムには行ったことは？
I went to one way back when I was a kid, but I haven't been to that one down in Harbor Town, no. I've been thinking about trying to get down there sometime soon, though. We'd finished our Pleiades 1 project, so I was sure I could find some
でし
time.
たら、空見くんが行くときには私に案内させてください。
What? Was she asking to go out with me?
どうかしました？
No, it's nothing. She was definitely just offering to do it to apologize. That was all. It's best not to take it too seriously. There was no ulterior motive to her invitation. If I took it the wrong way, I could set myself up for something embarrassing.
それともう一つ、こちらが本題なのですけれど、あなたはこの先どうするつもりなのかしら？
That was enough to pull me back down from the clouds. You figured it out, huh?
さすがに気づくわ。ずっと同じ目的のために作業をしてきたのだもの。
I was the astronomer who never looks at the stars, but I guess it wasn't really a name that fit anymore. I had planned to quit once the timing was right. Loving my school and the Six Stars Club too.
そうじゃないかと思っていたわ。
She saw right through me, but she waited until she was absolutely sure.
それで、今はどう？気持ちは変わらないかしら？
Well, I probably wasn't supposed to have looked through the Pleiades 1. I knew what would happen if I looked at the stars again. I had seen the stars peek through that endless expanse of space once again. Just like before, all these empty emotions had welled up inside me. There was no turning back from emotions like those.
空見明人くん、あなたをまだマイヤの空見明人と呼んでもいいのかしら？
I was the first star of the Pleiades cluster. taking this name would make me the top member of the astronomy club. Orihime Shiratori of Taigeta, one of the 7 sisters of Pleiades. I would gladly accept the name of Maya.
あなたの意志、しかと受け取りましたわ。空見アスト。いいえ、プレアデスの長子、マイヤよ。
Well then!
引き続き、天空に輝く七つ星として、我らと共にあの銀河を目指しましょう。そういうことで、よかったかしら？
Finishing up our little act, she started to smile. Her smiling face had a wonderful little charm to it. I look forward to us working
こ
together.
ちらこそ、よろしくお願いしますわ。
The magic was over and we were back to normal life. But the whole little play might have been exactly the rite of passage I needed. The Honors of Pleiades, huh? But why did I get the name of the eldest of the 7? But why did I get the name of the eldest of the 7? Maya was supposed to be the name for the head of the 6 Stars Club. But I guess the whole reason I was looking for meaning in this to begin with was, well, just because of Orihime herself.
ねえねえ、ひなみ、そろそろ交代して。
There you go, Hinami. That's her friend that
まだ、もうちょっとだけ。
doesn't have a name. That doesn't have a sprite, and for some reason got a goddamn, where is it? It actually got a route in the next one. There we go. Yamada Hinami. Corona's friend was quite eccentric. To this day, Octo and the others still don't know what she's thinking. She's interested in astronomy. Most times she has a look of dead tiredness on her face, but will sometimes mumble about things about flying to the sky. Basically, while she looks like she's not thinking of anything at all, her head is perpetually full of fantastic stories. She admires Saya, calling her the Albireo princess. Huh. Intriguing. Well, she sounds to be interesting. Anyways,
ずるい。さっきからひなみんばっか見てるじゃん。
Corona and her friend were fighting over the binoculars. They must have borrowed them from someone else. With those, they probably got a completely different look at the stars than from the Pleiades one.
君だ。
Pardon me. I apologize. Also, I'm probably gonna try for a stream again on Sunday. Just because, you know, I have the fucking Elgato. I'm gonna fucking use it. Anyways, yeah. So that's the thing. She found me and came running over.
あきに、あきに、あきに。すっごいね。ほんと星ってすっごいね。
I remind you, I have cheese upstairs. She latched hard onto me, and seemingly unable to handle her excitement. I know, let's just settle down.
落ち着いてなんかられないよ。だって星だよ。もうすんごい綺麗なの。
I guess you were pretty excited.
ワクワクした。現在進行形でワクワクしてる。
It looked like she was getting a real look at the stars. It looked like getting a real look at the stars set something off in her. How did you get those binoculars? Her friend was lost, staring through them. They were a bit clunky looking and equipped with a mount to attach a tripod.
あれね。 たちが待ち時間長すぎるよって言ってたら、なるちゃんが貸してくれたの。
Naru? Wasn't sure who she was talking about. Narue. She always had nicknames for everyone.
なるちゃんはほら、あそこにいるお姉さんだよ。かっこいい感じだけど、すんごく優しいの。
Oh, you mean Narue? Full name was Narue Jinno, but I guess Korona just shortened it to Naru. Guess I could picture her carrying around a pair of binoculars like that. She sure loved her gadgets and always brought a whole bunch with her. Did she teach you how to use them right?
簡単にだけどね。三脚も貸してもらったんだけど、めんどくさくなっちゃって。
The tripod should make it easier to see things, but that probably seems like a trifling matter to beginners. They just wanted to see some stars. Just a simple desire. Really brought back memories. Such a simple desire really brought back memories. I was almost jealous.
双眼鏡は友達に取られちゃったから、今はこうして自分の目で見ようかなって。
Did I just accidentally? No, I didn't. Good. Want to look at some stars with me then? I stood next to her and looked up.
すごいよね。こんなにいっぱい星があるなんて。
Usually can't see this many back in the light of town. But stars, they're always there. I could hear other people calling out in admiration. Someone was enjoying looking up at stars. I was happy, no matter who they were. Way back when, I didn't know there were so many stars either.
秋にもなの？
Everyone has to start out somewhere, right? I mean, it was quite a few years ago, but still. I know you must feel right now, though. I went through the same thing.
そっか。秋にも同じなんだ。
She was going through the same stuff the three of us went through back then. The very thought of that put a smile on her face. Without even looking, I could tell she was happy to finally be catching up.
ねえ、あれがオリオン座だよね。
Her finger pointed towards Orion's belt, the sort of constellation everyone knew. Yep, you know your stuff,
オ
huh?
リオン座くらい授業で習うもん。このくらいは一般常識だよ。確かベテルギウスとリゲルと、あと左下の明るい子がシリウスだったっけ？
Exactly, but Sirius is part of Canis Major, though, not Orion.
そうだったそうだった。
She stuck her tongue out. Okay then. Do you know the name of the star up to the left of Sirius?
さっき聞いたと思うんだけ
Someone just told you?
ど。しまった。
Looked like she had said something she wasn't supposed to.
アキ兄が来る前、でっかい人が解説してくれたんだ。それでいろいろ知ってるってわけ。
She was probably talking about Keisuke. No one could explain things quite as simply and clearly.
思い出した。アルデバランだ。
Nope, it's Prokian.
もうちょっと真剣に聞いてればよかった。
I wasn't sure if she had been listening or was just uninterested. Aldebaran is over there, the orangish one off Orion's left
あ
arm.
れがアルデバラ
Probably
ンな
that
ん
one.
だ。
And up beyond Aldebaran, can you see those faint little stars clustered over there?
うん、見えるよ。あれがどうしたの？
That's the Pleiades cluster, Subaru in Japan.
ことは、ムツラ星の。
I nodded in response. The Pleiades aren't really too hard to see, even out in the city. But it was rare to get the chance to see them like
さ
that.
すがにそれぞれ判別するのは難しいね。ねえ、アキニ、コロナのメローペはどれなのかな？
Meropes, can really only make out the first six with the naked eye. But actually, it's not Merope you can't see. Still, it's hard to point it out just by looking. By just looking, I mean. No one showed you through the Pleiades
う
one?
ん。コロナは詳しくないから、設定してもらったのを見ただけだし、メローペ、見れないのかな？
Why don't we just try with those binoculars you
見
borrowed.
れるの？
Of course.
メローペなのにメローペ見たことないんじゃかっこ悪いもんね。ひなみー、メローペ見るよ。だから双眼鏡コロナに貸して。
She ran off to get the binoculars back. I was like that once. Couldn't wait for night to come and the stars to shine. I looked through the telescope. The stars were always there waiting for me. So close, I felt I could reach out and touch them, but too far for that to ever be possible. The astronomer who doesn't look at the stars. I started watching them again and became a normal club member again. What would happen to me? Would I get those days of old back again? Or would my connection with the stars be different this time around? Either way, the stars were always there above me. And they would continue being there forever and ever. Probably should have said it from the other end. That was the CG hand again, too. Good stuff. Pull top, okay. That was a bad joke. Back to the present. It was a few days after the stargazing event. And that time, the Six Stars Club had held a big farewell party for Hikari, who was moving to Southeast Asia. A few days into the new year, Hikari would begin a new life across the seas. A few days. It was a big step for her, but I was also beginning a new life of my own.
荷物はこれで全部か？
During winter break, the club room looked even emptier than usual. In the middle of it, we were preparing for my upcoming move. Yep, we're okay.
忘れ物があっても取りに来ればいいか。
That's right.
にしても。
Takechi looked down at my belongings.
こんだけしかないんだな、お前の荷物。
It would only take the two of us one trip to carry everything. Takechi was stunned that I really only had this much stuff. It was just a temporary thing anyways. I said that, but what I had here was my entire life. I went to see my relatives once in a while, but my daily existence had revolved around this club room and stopping by where I worked. Thanks for the 9 months since I started school at Hoshino Daiichi. I bowed, not to anyone in particular, but to the room. I was so grateful that I had been able to use the room as club president, even though I didn't look at the stars. When we got off the bus, Corona came flying out of the store. Corona, what are you doing here?
アキ兄の引っ越しって聞いて手伝いに来たんだよ。
邪魔になるだけだって言ったんだけどな。っていうか、おめえ諦めるって言ってただろ。なんで勝手に来てんだよ。
だってお兄ちゃんなんかにアキ兄を任せとけないし。コロナが手伝ったら嬉しいよね、アキ兄。
邪魔だったら追い返してもいいんだぞ。
お兄ちゃんこそもう帰っていいよ。あとはコロナが手伝うから。
うるせえ。
If I didn't step in, this was going to turn into a full-blown sibling fight. Why don't you both help?
もちろん。
たく、しょうがねえな。
Once again, thank you for letting me stay here.
ああ、こっちこそよろしく頼むよ。
From that day on, I would be living in this small tatami room. I had finally found a place to stay on the second floor of the Stop and Buy.
必要なものがあったら遠慮なく言うんだよ。
Thank you very much.
それじゃ私は店に戻るからね。
In addition to being my employer, she was now also my landlord. And the store manager from way back, so my mind was at ease. Fuck. I dropped something that's slightly see-through, so it's gonna be a hell to spot again. Is that one of them? That's one of them. I mean, I found one of them. Well, it doesn't fucking matter right now. Get blinded. Get blinded. I know I did that. That was most likely a very bad idea. But oh well. Anyways, not only was the rent low, but it also came with meals, and it was close to both work and train station. My only concern was that if I wasn't careful, I'd find myself engaged to Miss Miharu.
なかなか様になったじゃねえか。
これでアキ兄も立派に一人暮らしできるね。
This used to be a storeroom, so they let me use whatever furniture was already here. The futon was too old, so the store manager gave me a new one. And instead of a heater, I had a kotatsu. That was enough for me. It's all thanks to you two. It wasn't much, but I held out 2 bottles of tea. I conveniently ignored the fact that the store manager had given them to me.
そういや、光たちは来ねえんだな。
Takechi asked as if he just remembered.
そうそう、ピカリンどうして来ないんだろう。白状だよね。
Actually, I had counted on Hikari and Saya too, not just Takeichi. But things didn't work out the way I'd planned. Hikari's preparing her move as well. I showed them my phone.
引っ越し準備 now。
Photo of Hikari cleaning up her room was attached to the
ちょっ
message.
と休憩中。そっちはどう？頑張ってる？
Saya was helping Hikari pack, going by the picture she
あっ
sent.
ちはいいもの飲んでるみたいだな。
They were holding stylish teacups and some expensive-looking pastries. It made the difference in our positions very clear. I'm sorry that you only get plastic bottles of tea here. I didn't even have any snacks to offer. I wonder if I should just get some from the store below.
別にいいんだけどよ。
よくないよ全然。こっちもやり返そう。ほら、もっとリア充っぽい感じで。
If I wanted to fight back, my chances of winning are 0. It wasn't in the first place, I didn't have the resources, and the attempt would just end painfully.
わがまま言うんじゃねえと言いたいところだが、確かにこれじゃ面白くない。コロナに乗るのは尺だけど、俺たちもあいつらに見せつけてやろうぜ。
Some strange switch had been flipped in Takeichi. These normal bickering siblings were on the same nefarious page for once.
おいコロナ、先生んとこ行って適当に借りてこい。
I almost saw a sound effect bubble appear behind his Korona as she dashed out.
こっちはこっちで準備するとしようか。
What's your plan, Take?
まあまあ、俺に任せとけって。いい感じにしてやっからよ。
I caught a glimpse of the mischievous kid Take used to be. It was going to be an incredible first day of my new life.
Gorgeous!
Bizarrely, the Koskavitz siblings had set up a wine bottle and some glasses. The seed had been cut even though no one drank. The seed had been cut even though no one drank. It gave the impression that we were all drinking. What are they doing?
ほら、君、写真撮るよ。並んで並んで。
For an end, Korona made me stand next to Takeichi. The phone, you finally got it?
へへ、クリスマスに買ってもらったの。アキミーには今日が初お披露目だね。
Korona showed off her shiny new
カ
phone.
メラの性能もすんごいらしいよ。お兄ちゃんの顔だってイケメンに映るかも。
てめえ、一言余計なんだっての。
No, it was necessary. Korona's excitement about her new phone was so simple and easy to read. Even Takeichi was at a loss.
これだからガキは。
コロナガキじゃないもん。お兄ちゃんと1個しか違わないじゃん。
Anyone who is even a month younger than you can be viewed as a brat.
そういうとこがガキなんだよ。
That throwaway line wasn't even worth Takeichi's breath.
じゃあ撮るよ。はい、チーズ。
After the photo shoot, Korona started working on her phone right away. She was writing up the post for the photos. Seemed like she was already pretty good at this
ちょ
stuff.
っと、その前にアキニーとアドレス交換しなきゃ。
I took out my phone and put it next to Korona's. Made a sound to let us know our addresses had been exchanged.
どうぞ、末永くよろしくお願いします。
Thank you, Korona.
何が末永くだよ。結婚じゃある前に。
Korona looked particularly
そ
happy.
れじゃあ送るね。
And so I received my first message from Korona.
は我々の宴を見よ
Actually, thinking about it, it's gonna be another, like, But that was also something I did in PE. Like, I said I'm going for Orihime first. And same as in Princess of Angela, I'm going for the one who has shown the least amount of actual romantic interest in the MC first. Anyways. The image was impossibly surreal. That is not surreal. That is not surreal. Hold on. Let's just pull up an entire Google Pictures page of surreal memes. Ah, yes. Enslaved monster. Ah, yes. Enslaved god. What is any of these? What is going on with any of these? I've never understood. I feel violated. Wonder if I can brush my eyes with this. Did not help. It's still in my mind. Oh, because I didn't do the other one. Nah, this still didn't help. The three of us were standing close and smiling, each holding a glass of red wine. It was beyond incomprehensible.
なんだよ、アキト。こっちにも送ってくれよ。
I forwarded the message to
な
Takeichi.
んだこりゃ。こたつってのがあれだな。
The tatami room with a kotatsu. No matter how many wine glasses we had, the setting was all
いい
wrong.
からそれをピカリンに送って。
Okay. Hikari would probably get a kick out of this. I pushed send and we waited for a reply.
ねえねえ、返事は？
Hold on.
"そんなすぐ来るわけねえだろ。
ピカリンなら光の速さで返事してよ。
Well, let's wait a bit longer. We'll just have to wait, though it seemed like the message had been read. Ah, there we go. After waiting a few more minutes...
ピカリン、遅い！
Yeah, this is definitely slow for her.
アホ臭すぎてスルーしたんじゃねえのか。
That was a possibility, as I sent to Sasaya too, just in case. But even though she read the message, there was no response as
そうだっ
well.
たら新しいの取って送ろう。ピカリンが無視できないくらいすんごいの。
It's gonna be hard to outdo the other one.
じゃあ、アキ兄とお兄ちゃんがチューしてるとことか。
そんなんできるか、このアホコロナ。
もう、フリだよ、フリ。
フリーでもごめんだ。やるならてめえがやれ。
コロナが？
Blushing, Korona turned to look at me.
コロナ、キスしたことないんだよ。
But her eyes were locked on my lips.
でも、女の子なら一度は通る道だもんね。よし、覚悟。
何覚悟決めてんだこのマセガキが。
Takeichi hit Korona with a chop that would have put Hikari to shame.
ピカリンのやつより痛い。
足りめえだ。痛くしてやったんだからな。
Takeichi was merciless towards his sister. He must have really given it to her. Then all of a sudden, it's here! The reply we'd waited so long for.
見せて見せて。
Korona tried to stick her head between me and my phone.
さて、ピカリンの反応はと。
美少女が編み物をするの図。
So she was replying with yet another photo! Seated on her sofa, Saya was knitting elegantly.
相変わらずあざとい。
ちょっと待て。よく見ろ。
The knitting needles are cooking chopsticks! She was right. Those were cooking chopsticks. He was right. Those were cooking chopsticks. No. What? On further inspection, there were other strange things about the photo. Oh, here's another one! Like a second Saba, I received yet another photo message.
ペットの黒ヒョウを飼ってくれる人。
Photo came from Saya and was of Hikari with what looked like a cat on her
黒
knees
ヒョウってただのブサイクな猫じゃん。
and a soft toy at that. It really worn out like an old body pillow. Cat's unnecessarily long torso also added to its pathetic state.
黒ひょうって。 アホすぎる。
Takichi found this really funny, but he was holding his... Takichi found this really funny. He was holding his stomach from laughing.
黒ひょうじゃなくて猫なのに。
Korona being Korona couldn't get over that minor detail. By the way, I wonder if they're really looking for a new home for that toy.
秋に欲しいの？
No, I don't want anything to do with it. Ran out of responses, so we left the text conversation to die.
で、最終的にどっちが勝ちなのかな？こっち？それともあっち？
さあな。そんなんどっちでもいいだろう。
Hakichi's tone suggested he'd had enough of fooling around.
じゃあコロナたちの勝ちってことでビクトリー！ほら秋にもお兄ちゃんもやって。
Victory! I don't know why I did it. At Korona's insistence, I went along with it. But Takichi was supposed to do it too, gave me a cold stare.
何コロナに付き合ってんだよ。
お兄ちゃんこそノリ悪いんだから。それに引き換えやっぱし秋には優しいよね。
こういうのは優しいってんじゃねえ。付き合いがいいだけのお人よしって言うんだ。
そうかもだけど、そんな秋兄のことコロナはかっこいいって思ってるよ。
The moving process had been delayed, but somehow we managed to get it done. Left alone, the Kawasakabe siblings would probably have stayed all day, but Takichi was kind enough to initiate their exit. As soon as we stepped out of the store, Kotaro started barking at Korona. He was wagging his tail vigorously, so we knew he just wanted to be petted. There, calm down, boy. I rushed between them and started petting Kotaro.
怖かった。
何泣きそうになってんだお前は。
泣いてないもん。
泣いたとは言ってねえだろうが。
Korona clung to Takichi's arm out of sheer terror. Takichi, who was usually mean to his sister, didn't push her away for once. Sorry that Kotaro scared you.
君は悪くないよ。悪いのはこの猛獣が。
Korona hid herself completely behind Takichi. You've always had dogs barking at you, huh?
犬にしか見えない霊にでも疲れてるんじゃねえの？
Of course, that explains it.
やめてよ。そういうこと言ってコロナを怖がらせるの。
My bad. But it's strange, you know? Because Kotaro rarely barks at people. Hold on, I'll be right back. There we go. Back.
犬怖い。
She looked totally traumatized.
だからお前は来んなって言ったんだよ。
犬が怖いから来れないなんて嫌だし。
It's okay, Kotaro isn't scary at all. Want to try petting him?
噛まない？
ガブガブ噛むぞ。
Take, don't make fun of her.
悪い悪い。
Takichi laughed, but his eyes were serious. Hey, Kotaro, look, it's Korona. I held Kotaro's head steady so that he wouldn't try rushing at Korona. Gingerly, Korona reached out with her small hand.
怖くない怖くない怖くない。
ブン
Korona took off at top speed.
超面白い。
Take, that's too much.
いいんだよ。あいつで遊んでいいのは俺だけなんだから。
I mean, that was his way of showing affection. But it wasn't fun at all for Korona. Seeing that Kotaro was back in his kennel, Korona
お
returned.
兄ちゃんなんて死ねばいいのに。
That was a rare edge in Korona's voice. She seemed really upset at Takeichi.
犬は怖いけど、いずれ克服しないとダメだよね。
Don't force yourself
だっ
to.
てアキ兄の部屋にはまた来たいから。
I couldn't say anything to that. Thanks for coming to help today, Taka.
足1だからな。
Times like this, Takeichi never compromised. I liked the stance of making sure his favors were properly acknowledged.
コロナも貸し1。
True, I'll be sure to return the favor.
おー、ちゃんと返してくれるとは。
あんまこいつは甘やかさない方がいいぜ。すぐ調子に乗るからな。
そんなことないよだ。
バスも来たし、そろそろ帰るわ。今日は妹が騒がしくして悪かったな。
As Takeichi spoke, I saw the bus pull
おい
in.
帰るぞコロナ。
That sneeze fucked me up. Takeichi dragged Korona away by the collar.
無理やり帰らせないでよ。
アキトの迷惑になんだろうが、いい加減悟れ。
でも
Bye, Korona. Come back again sometime.
絶対行くから絶対だよ。
With the two of them on board, the bus headed for the city streets, its tail lights leaving arcs in the darkness. Sorry I'm late. Starting my shift now. Put on my apron and went behind the counter.
遅いよ。ずっと労働させられてたんだから。
I think working a little bit more will do you some good,
う
actually.
ちの同居人くんが意地悪を言う。
Come to think of it, Miss Miyaru and I were housemates now. Found that thought quite moving somehow.
どうしたのかな？私の魅力にドキドキしちゃった？
Nah, that's not it. As a former hot teacher, maybe. But a current lifestyle. I remember I think I took a screenshot of this shot and posted it in visual novels. Yep, I did. I literally posted that with the words, I have never felt so in tune with a character. But, you know, stupid ass, power outage.
わかってるわよ、もう。冗談に決まってるじゃない。それより新しい部屋はどう？うまくやっていけそう？
Of course, it's paradise compared to the astronomy club room. That room was for club activities, after all, not for someone to live in. I felt some attachment to it, of course, but my new room was so much more comfortable. It had tatami mats and a futon. That alone made it feel like somewhere I could live.
それならよかった。あんたのことはずっと心配してたからね。
Miharu?
うちの母さんも結構気にしてたみたい。そういうわけだから、あんたが元気にやってくれるのが一番なの。だから遠慮せずに頼りなさい。困った時には黙ってないで言うこと。いいわね。
Yes, I'll ask for help. I was reminded of the teacher she once was. Then the moment passed.
さーて、そんじゃあとは店番よろしくね。
Feeling of nostalgia and admiration also vanished in that instant. Miss Miharu took off her apron and all but abandoned the counter to me. With a sigh, I put her out of my mind and focused on the present. Just as I got into work mode, I received a message notification on my phone.
アッキニー元気？今日はありがとうございました。すっごく楽しかったです。
I was the one who should be thanking her for helping me move in. I wanted to reply, of course, but there were some customers approaching the register. Working right now, I'll text you later. I sent Korona that reply for now. She would just have to wait. But then the messages kept on
バ
coming.
イト中なんだ。頑張って。返事は後でいいよ。アッキニーの部屋、いい感じだったよ。また絶対遊びに行くからね。
Korona had just got her phone, but her messages came without any pauses in between.
次は意地悪なお兄ちゃん抜きで遊ぼう。
Yeah, Korona really reminds me of somebody I know for real.
犬は怖いけど頑張る。そうだ、この前一緒に星見たのすごく楽しかった。あんな綺麗なもの見たのコロナ初めてかも。またアキニーと星見たいな。これからはコロナもみんなの仲間だからね。絶対だからね。
It was as if her feelings were rising up too quickly to be put into words. The short texts gave some sense of outpouring of things she wanted to say. When I used to look up at the stars, that was how I felt, so I understood. I understood the agony, the inability to remain still. I mean. No one could stop it, the feeling that threatened to rush out of you at any moment. It's New Year's Eve. A lot had happened over the year, but now New Year's Eve had come to end it. Most people were busy deciding how they wanted to spend their New Year's Eve, but I didn't have to decide anything. Because I have to work. It was the last day of the year, but I was standing at the register with an apron on.
悪いね、空見くん。大晦日なのにバイトに入ってもらって。
It's okay, I was free
もう
anyway.
少ししたらうちの娘に代わらせるからね。そしたら年越しそばをおあがんなさい。茹でてあげるから。
Thank you very much. I was planning on eating something expired from the store, but she was making food for me. The manager had done so much for me since I started staying with her. It seems she'd not only make me a year in soba, but special New Year's Day food as well. So this is what happiness looks like. I mumbled under my breath, hold on. My new life was so therapeutic that I couldn't help but say it. I had never felt this comfortable living at my auntie's or even at my late grandfather's.
うちの娘がああじゃなけりゃぜひうちの婿にって言えるんだけどね。
Like, honest to God, they love him like they're his family already. Like, honest to God, it almost feels somewhat natural to go for the Miharu route just because of the store manager. Like, she already treats him like her son. May as well make it official, you know?
It
would be a little rude to directly agree with her on this, so I just tried to laugh it off. I would just straight up agree with it. Then again, I have lazy bones as well, so... But she does do some pretty bold things. It was starting to get awkward, so I changed the subject.
深夜営業のことかい?
Even the stop-and-buy convenience store, known to be open late, usually turned off its bright lights by 10 p.m. But today, those lights stayed on even past 10 p.m.
あちこちから言われてね。年越しの時だけでいいから深夜営業しとくれって。
There are a lot of customers out for their first visit to the shrines. There was a large temple and shrine in the mountains, so many people moved to the shrine after hearing the New Year's Eve bell at the temple.
深夜もバスと電車が動くって話だしね。うちだけが閉まってるってわけにもいかないだろ。何より明かりがあると安心するからね。真っ暗だと危ないし。
It would feel unsafe if no one was open late at night. The stop and by helped all the people in the neighborhood. That's why she chose to stay open late over New Year's.
代わりと言っちゃなんだけど、三が日はお休みにするから、空見くんものんびりするといいよ。
Got it. The special hours were until early on New Year's Day. After that, stop and by convenience store would go back to its normal, easy
あ
schedule.
んたが来てくれてほんと助かったよ。私と父ちゃんだけじゃ深夜営業なんて無理だったからね。
You're not counting your daughter.
それを私の口から言わせないでおくれよ。
The manager said that and let out a deep sigh. I wondered if Miss Miyoru would spend next year unemployed again.
どうしたんだい？
I got a text on my phone. Is it okay if I check?
いいよ。
We were talking, but she allowed it no problem. Did my best to check my phone quickly.
これからジョヤの鐘つきに行くけど一緒にどうよ。
He had
って
invited
いう
me.
かもうそこまで来てる。
What?
おーす、準備はできてるか？
Of course I'm not ready! Takichi was strangely excited.
あら、たけくん、いらっしゃい。
There we go.
おばちゃん、アキトを借りていいっすか？
Knock it out! Knock that off! The stop by convenience store is busy.
今はまだそうでもないから平気だよ。せっかくだから、たけくんと行ってきたらどうだい？
お、さすがおばちゃん、話がわかる。
She really does treat him a bit too good, almost. Are you
いい
sure?
よ。帰ってきたらまた手伝っておくれ。
Thanks, I want to argue with you.
よし、じゃあ行くか。
We would take a bus part way to the temple and walk the rest of the way.
お、来た来た。
Normally the buses would have already stopped running, but the special service for New Year's made it easy. Bus was crowded despite the hour. I let the turns rot me for a while. At the time seemed right to talk to Takeichi. So, what happened? It was just like Takeichi to invite you suddenly. But he was too excited at the store.
悪いな、バイト中に無理言って。
Takeichi wasn't answering my question. He looked like he didn't know where to start. So, it's about Narue.
で、なんでわかんだよ。
Well, I'm pretty sure she's the only thing you're worried about now. He was dim, but he was earnest. He wouldn't give up on Narue, even though she rejected
今
him.
日さ、あの子を誘ったんだよ。2年参りに行かないかって。
Did she
まあ
answer?
な、無視するような子じゃねえし。んで、はっきりとお断りされたわけだ。でもよ、ただ断られるんなら俺もよかったんだ。別口で行くんだとよ。やっぱできてるんじゃねえか。
Could it be an Earth Science Club member from Nishi High? Well, cheer up,
そんな
Take.
もん出せるかよ。くす。
He was my best friend. I could listen to him gripe for a while. I had to heal Takeichi's broken heart! I felt like I was looking down on him a little. But as soon as we got to the temple,
おい、あれってナルエちゃんじゃね？
I looked where he was pointing, and it was definitely Narue.
手の男は。って、あの時の野郎じゃねえし。
The person next to Narue wasn't a guy, it was a girl, no matter how you looked.
イエス！ヒュッホー！なんだよなんだよ、水臭いな。デートじゃないなら最初からそう言ってくれっての。悪いな、アキト。あとはよろしく頼むぜ。
And just like that, Takeichi was back to his old self, and ran over to Narue. I finished my shrine visit and started home, feeling gloomy. The year had already changed, so it didn't feel right to eat the year-end soba anymore. I was filled with loneliness so early in the year. That's how I knew I would feel, at least.
あら、空見くんじゃない？
Loneliness gone. Well, hello there. Rihime! Fate had brought me this angel. Seeing her on the bus at this hour, she must have been going home from the shrine like I
こん
was.
ばんは、空見くん。奇遇ですね。
Whoops.
違うわよ、吉岡。今日にふさわしい特別な挨拶があるでしょ。というわけで、明けましておめでとうございます。新年明けましておめでとうございます。今年も星を愛する同志としてよろしく頼むわね。
Thanks, you too. As it turned out, the first people I met in the new year were these two from the Mako Astronomy Club. So you're not wearing a kimono, Orihime? I always thought she was the type to wear a kimono. She was a refined young lady, so the holiday dress would suit her.
吉岡も一緒だから遠慮したのよ。こういう時は動きやすい方がいいでしょ。別に遠慮しなくても結構でしたのに。
Honoka looked a little disappointed that she couldn't see her senior, who she respected, in kimono too. Like both of them are just on the same wavelength. Oh, no kimono. Too bad. I got off the bus at Mikazuki Station, and for some reason, they got off as well.
本当にこの時間も営業しているのね。
Orihime was surprised to see stopping by open. Are you sure you want to get off? If you stay on, it goes to Hoshino Station.
いいのよ。どうせ星野駅まで行っても、その後お父様に迎えに来てもらうことになるのですから。
And you should have just gone all the way to the shrine, I thought to myself.
山の方は初詣客で渋滞していますからね。
Honoka seemed to read my question and answered
こ
me.
こに来てもらうのも、星野駅に来てもらうのも、大きな違いはありませんから。それなら、お父様を待つ間に、あなたとお話しするのも悪くないと思ったのよ。
If that's the case, then of course. A development like this so early in the year was a good sign. Talking outside wouldn't do, so we warmed up inside the store.
おかえり、空見くん。タケくんは一緒じゃないのかい？
The manager looked surprised that my companion had changed from Takeichi to two pretty girls. Well, a lot happened. Can we sit in the eating area?
いいよ、そのくらい。先客がいるけど気にしなくていいよ。
Someone? Look at the eating area and... I remember in the first recording I thought it was gonna be Miharu, not Korona. Just at that moment, Korona was biting into a pork bun. You don't have to swallow so fast.
君、明けましておめでとう。
Happy New Year, Korona. Korona was full of energy in the new year.
あれ、姫ちゃんと吉岡さんもいるんだ。明けましておめでとうございます。明けましておめでとう、コロナさん。
明けましておめでとうございます。
姫ちゃんたちも初詣帰り？
I'm still
おみくじ
waiting.
どうだった？
Still waiting for the moment when finally I can go to a sushi restaurant. Actually, could I right now? Actually, no, I don't think they're having the run. They're having like the conveyor belts back on. Because the thing is, like with sushi restaurants, it's I think like would be a little awkward to just like order it one by one. Like it's way better to just sit at the conveyor belt, just grab what you want.
もちろん大吉ですわ。
その前に2回
Whoops, hold on. Yeah, that was the last one I
ほど
Red
今日引いてますけどね。
So you pulled
お
again.
みくじで今日を引いたままでは帰れませんわ。あそこの神社、今日が多いって話だしね。ちなみにコロナは中吉でした。
Seemed Corona went to the shrine
コロ
too.
ナさんはお一人で？ひなみんと一緒だったよ。あ、ひなみんっていうのはコロナの友達の子でね。
先日の観測会にも来ていた子ですね。
Orinime seemed to remember as well. I only saw her from a distance. I didn't know her well enough to use the nickname Hinamin. So what about this, Hinamin? Did you go home already?
ひなみんはそのままバスに乗ってったから。
Konono wasn't the only one who got off the bus here. But why did you get off here? Her house was closer to Hoshino Station.
空見くん、せっかくだから皆さんに部屋を見せてあげたらどうだい？
Damn, we were talking a little bit too much. There were no customers right now, so it wasn't a problem, but we would be getting in the way of the store if we stayed here. I'm sorry we were being so loud.
申し訳ありませんでした。私たちはすぐに帰りますから。
いいの、そういうんじゃないんだから。ほら、空見くんもご案内して。
Got it. Seemed she was the one being polite. Without delay, I brought the three of them to my room on the second floor.
やったー、一番乗り
As I opened the door, Corona slipped in before me.
ここが空見くんの部屋ですか。
引っ越ししたばかりにしては綺麗に片付いてますね。
Loki, I can't. Like, the thing is, I know that they're gonna take off their coats, and I can't wait for Orihime to take off her coat. just because of what she's wearing underneath. She must have expected a mountain of boxes. The girls looked around my room with interest.
おこた入っていい？ねえね
Of course, that's the only heater I have. The wooden house was bitingly cold in the winter. Even though it was inside, it was cold enough to make people hesitate to take off their coats.
サブサブ。
Korona got onto the kotatsu and switched it on.
会長、私たちは
They knew me, but it was a boys' room. Honoka and Orihime were asking with a mix of manners and apprehension.
立ち話もなんだし、こたつに入らせてもらいましょう。
Sorry, it's all I have.
いいのよ、別に。着物じゃなくてよかったわ。
Kotatsu would be impossible in a kimono. Considering that, it was actually lucky for me.
失礼しますわね。
She took off her coat and slowly slid her legs under the blanket. Honoka did just as Orihime did.
なかなか。室温が低いから余計に暖かく感じますね。これがこたつ。
You can't quite see it in this, but you'll see it properly in a bit. They each had their own reaction, but I couldn't let Orihime's pass. Is this your first kotatsu, Orihime?
実は初体験なの。
She admitted it with embarrassment.
姫ちゃんのお家おこたないの？
There's still gonna be like a better shot later on.
私の家は洋風なので。
会長のお宅はすごいんですよ。おしゃれな洋館って感じで。
広くてもいいことないわよ。お掃除が大変ってお母様がいつもぼやいているわ。
お掃除大変になるくらい広いんだ。
Kabe's house was supposed to be pretty big, but Orihime's must have been even bigger. But you saw it better in that shot. Hold on. Look at that sweater. I love that sweater. Look at it. It's great. It's beautiful. I didn't have anything for my guests to drink, so I went down to buy some from the grocery store.
明けおめ
Miss Miura was standing at the counter. She must have taken over the store.
なになに黙っちゃって。そこはことよろって返すとこでしょうが。
Happy New Year, Miss Miura. I hope you have a good one. In the face of her frankness, I gave her a proper New Year's greeting.
何よ。ニートの相手なんてできるかみたいなその態度は。
It's not that. I was just thinking I should at least start the year right. Didn't know how Miss Miura felt, but I thought she still deserved respect.
それより母さんから聞いたわよ。新年早々、部屋に彼女を連れ込んでるんだって。
No, it's not my
じ
girlfriend.
ゃあ何なのよ。先生に教えてみなさい。
Now she brought up the teacher card. They're members of the Six Stars Club. Korona's there
美
too.
少女が3人も揃ってるそうじゃない。ねえねえ、あんたはどの子狙いなのよ。
Orihime. I'm not going for any of them.
あんたはそのつもりかもしれないけどね。肝心の女の子の方はどうかしら。一人暮らしの男の部屋に来るってことはある程度期待してるんじゃない？
There's no way. Could there really be 3 girls in my room, all waiting for me? What happened? Who should I choose?
ま、実際のところはあんたがいない隙にエロ本を物色されるくらいが関の山だろうけどね。
And suddenly he's gone. What? That was likely. Or was it? What would I do if Honoka said something like, "This girl looks like Orihime," or something like that? I'm going back! I'll pay for this later! I'm back! And everything seemed fine. After looking around the room quickly, I set the plastic bottles I bought on the kotatsu.
おかえりなさい、ソラミくん。早かったのね。お金はこれでいいですか？
Yeah, thanks. I took the money for the drinks from Honoka and got under the kotatsu. But the slightly awkward atmosphere made me uneasy. Something happened?
何もありませんわ。
She denied it immediately. Something was off. Corona?
姫ちゃんに言うなって言われてて。
Something did happen. This is my room, so this is a little scary.
何もしていませんわ。部屋を物色するような真似は一切していないから安心して。
Trustworthy. And what is it?
ちょっとね、胸を触られてしまったの。コロナさんに。だって姫ちゃんのおっぱい大きいんだもん。
I can see why you're interested, but you have to be careful who you do that to. If she was going to do that, she should have done it to Ikari. She'd probably let Corona off with just a karate chop.
気になるんですの？
Crap, I said too much! No, I mean, yours are very nice, Orime, but...
秋にそれ墓穴掘ってるよ。そういうのは困りますわ。
Anyways, she hid her breasts shyly, but in doing so, she just made her chest stand out even more.
会長、あまり意識しない方が。そうね。このことは一旦忘れて、お願いだから。
She grabbed one of the drinks to change the subject. Everyone drank in silence.
そうそう。空見くんにお伝えすることがあったのでは？そうね。ありがとう、吉岡。
Yeah, now you can like see it even better.
急いで伝えることではないのだけれど、せっかくだからと思って。
Urime got out from under the kotatsu and fixed her posture.
私、白鳥織姫は、すでに明光学院天文部を引退しています。ですが、実質的には引退せず、この吉岡を導いてきました。ですが、それも、いつまでもというわけには参りません。そこで、年が変わるのを機に、天文部をすべて任せることにしたの。改めまして、大下駄の吉岡ほのかです。今後ともよろしくお願いします。
Look forward to working with you, Honoka.
吉岡さんってほのかって名前だったんだ。
Again, the whole name thing doesn't make any fucking sense. Corona's attention was on something else.
よろしく、ほのほの。ほのほの？ほのかって名前なんでしょ？だから、ほのほの。これまでは普通に名字で呼ばれていたはずですが。だってほのほのの下の名前知らなかったから。これで今度からちゃんと呼んであげられるね。
Whoops.
よかったわね。ほのほの。会長
Like, I don't think we've ever seen her this panicked, and it's fucking adorable.
冗談よ、吉岡。でも、この相性はなかなかいいと思うけれど。会長がそうおっしゃるのでしたら。
Honoka seemed reluctant, but in the end, the nickname not Hoshiyoshi, Yoshiyoshi, was pushed through. All that reminds me is just Catalina with Vern. Yosh! That event is fucking weird. Hold on. Red, blue. Because there's like a certain event quest that happens once a year. I don't fucking know. Or every a few months at the very least. And yeah. This is Vern. Hold on. This is every year for April Fools. That was it. No, there's like one for every character. Like this is a fucking weapon. This is like Catalina. The Big Bad Shadow is what it's called. Versus Vern. And all that. Fadouche. Yeah, that. While that's going on, she just like says like, Yosh! And for some reason it kills me. Anyways.
さて、要件も済んだことですし、
もう帰っちゃうの？
ごめんなさいね。でも先ほどお父様から連絡があったの。もうすぐ三日月駅に到着するって。
I'm sorry I wasn't very hospitable.
こちらこそ突然お邪魔してごめんなさい。こたつ初めての経験でしたけど最高でしたわ。
おこたは人を堕落させちゃう魔力を秘めてるからね。
確かにこれは危険ですわね。ずっとこうしてくつろいでいたくなってしまうもの。
Come to my kotatsu anytime you like. I'll keep it warm for you.
星の巡り合わせが良ければそうさせていただくわ。
I still don't know how the fuck a kotatsu works. Like, if it works the way I think it does, based off what I've seen, that's fucking dangerous, dude. Anyways, her father texted her from the car right after that. I went outside with them to see them off.
本日はありがとうございました。
Oh, come on. Give me the goddamn sweater back. No, thank you. I had fun.
またむつら星の会合でお会いしましょう。コロナさんはご自宅まで送って差し上げても構いませんのに。
Looks like she's staying for a while.
そう。お正月とはいえ、あまり遅くならないように注意してあげてくださいね。
I'm gonna just go ahead and tell y'all to brace.
それと。
It must have been hard to say. She brought her lips close to my eye. My ear.
彼女も可憐な一輪の花なのですから、二人きりだからといって、積むような真似はしないように。
She warned me in a whisper. I know that.
よろしく頼むわね。
It was concerning for different reasons. When her breath hit my ear, I jumped unexpectedly.
それでは空見くん、おやすみなさい。夢の中でも星空に包まれていますように。
With that, Orihime left. If she does that, I could end up dreaming of something else.
あきにおかえり。
おかえり。
Wait, why are you here?
コロナと二人きりにさせちゃ危ないでしょ。だから監視しに来たの。
それよりお餅食べよう。みはるちゃんが持ってきてくれたんだよ。
A good grilled mochi with seaweed on top of the table.
差し入れ。っていうか、夜食に付き合いなさい。
Eating mochi late at night will make you fat.
そうなの？
大丈夫大丈夫。焼きたての餅はうまいわよ。
She just wanted somebody to join her. Alright then, don't mind if I do. I filled my mouth with hot mochi. Mochi's good. It was frighteningly tasty.
きなこ餅はないの？
ス 下のコンビニに行けばきな粉も売ってると思うけど。
みはるちゃん、買ってきて。
いやよ、今母さんが店番してるんだから。
She went to the register with kinoko powder, then her mother would know that she was eating the mochi. Don't tell me you stole this mochi from the kitchen.
何よ、くすねたなんて人聞きの悪い。早乙女家のものはすべて私のものよ。
Uh-oh, she was getting defensive. Korona, do not grow up to be like her, okay?
うん。ニートは嫌だもん。
悪かったわね。ニートで。いいわよ。あんたらに食べさせる餅なんてないんだから。
An angry Miss Miharu took the mochi with both hands and shoved it all in her mouth. It was bad. Could even die if this went really badly.
あ、みはるちゃんが
Drink some tea right now!
ペットボトルが空だよ。
Turn on the back as hard as you can!
チャッチャー
Korona delivered blows to the back of her neck just like Hikari would normally hit Korona. Each time she hit, Miss Miharu's neck bent back a little. Bent a little more. There's like legitimately like tears in her eyes.
あんた、人の首に何してくれちゃってんの。ヘルニアになったらどうするわけ？
It's better than dying though.
みはるちゃん復活した。よかったよ。
あありがとう。助かったわ。
Seeing Korona's good intentions, Miss Miharu's mood quickly cooled and she even looked a little thankful.
それにしても、この部屋がこんなになっちゃうとはね。
What was it like
う
before?
ちがコンビニになってからはずっと物置として使ってたわね。
This used to be a small candy store until several years ago when it was renovated into a stop and buy. Back then, the whole building had undergone large-scale renovations. But this room hadn't been used much except for storage.
懐かしい感じの匂いがするよね。
Korona was sniffing around with great interest. Was Kasukabe's home like this before it had been sunk in the dam? Smell of old household items in the tatami. On top of that was the overwhelming smell of mochi.
あんたがそうやってると女の子の匂い嗅いでるみたいだからやめなさい。
What?
そういや姫ちゃんたち、いい匂いしてたよね。
They didn't even try to deny it. I didn't notice it when I was with them, but when I returned from the convenience store, it was obvious. Maybe because it was so small, but my room was filled with the smell of girls. But the smell of mochi is masking it. It's kind of a downer. The house smelled good, but that was a different kind of smell, a fragrance that made you aware of their femininity. Men are weak to that smell.
あれでしょ、名工のお嬢さんたちそういうこと気にしてんのよね。
コロナも気にした方がいい？
Can you please stop with the smell? That's Draco Riot's thing. Oh yeah, I brought it back. Brought it back from the brink, back from Sabbath of the Witch. Just don't take Sabbath of the Witch's taste, please.
あんたにはまだ早い。
Like, Sabbath of the Witch had a weird fixation on taste. Dark Riot had a weird fixation on smell. I don't know, go for like sound with the whole like whispering in his ear earlier from Orihime. Korona seemed disappointed by that. The old women will go over the top when they want to be noticed. Miss Miharu's words seemed to have had the opposite effect on Korona.
姫ちゃんのいい匂いシャンプーかな？それとも香水？
Don't ask me.
今度会ったら直接聞いてみようっと。
I can't imagine Korona acting like Orihime, but it wouldn't matter what I said now anyway. For a while after that, we ate mochi and talked for a bit.
そういやコロナ、あんた今年受験だっけ？
ピッカピカの受験生なのです。
It's good to be enthusiastic, but I wouldn't go as far as calling them glorified.
受験勉強ちゃんと進んでんの？ 1 月は追い込みの時期でしょうに。
Miss Miero is giving advice.
うっさい。私だってたまにはいいことくらい言うし。
I laughed inside when she said from time to time.
ね？どこ狙ってんの？あんたバカっぽいから苦労するでしょう。
コロナバカじゃないもん。それでも結構成績はいいんだよ。
I had heard that too. She had top grades and her parents sure looked after her. I had heard that sometimes she wasn't even allowed to hang out with her friends because her parents were so strict.
成績いいって偏差値どのくらいよ？
この前のテストだと5教科で70だったかな。
Hold on.
は？70って本当に？平均点の間違いじゃないの？
偏差値だよ。平均点は96点だったかな。
You would need to be some kind of genius to get 96. If you round it up, that would be 100%. What rank are you in school?
いつもだいたい3番以内だよ。前回は2番だったけど、その前は1番だったんだから。
何この子、実はすごい子だったんじゃない？
Miss Miero was dumbfounded too. The unemployed Miss Miero just realized that she shouldn't be making fun of Corona. And she quietly gave the last mochi to Corona.
いいの？
最後のこいつを食べる資格があるのはあんただけよ。
I totally agree. I wouldn't say that I had good grades. The only other person I knew that had a standardized score of 70 was Saya. To be on the same level as Saya was quite impressive.
遠慮なくいただきます。ちょっと硬くなりかけてる。
She said that while looking quite happy eating the last mochi. I can imagine that someone who looked like that had a standardized score of 70.
70もあったら進路だってよりどりみどりじゃない。
You could get into any of the 6 schools in Hoshinonaka. Weren't you thinking about going to Hoshino Daiichi?
アキ兄と同じとこ行きたいなって。コロナはそう思ってたんだけどね。
Her face looked grim.
星野第一なんてもったいない。その成績ならもっといいとこ狙えるでしょう。
お母さんや先生も同じこと言ってた。星の中市内なら名校か清専にしなさいって。
その2校なら妥当なところね。
It was rare for Miss Miharu to give advice like an actual adult. However, Corona went stiff at Miss Miharu's words. What do you think about it, Corona?
そのどっちかなら名校かな。清専には天の川さやがいるし。
Corona must really have disliked Saya. Honestly, that's one thing I'm very curious to know in Corona's route. Why the fuck does she despise Saya so much?
名校なら姫ちゃんもいるし、楽しくなりそうだなって。
But Hime is a senior this year, so she'll graduate soon. Looks like she forgot. It wasn't possible for Corona and Orihime to go to school together.
姫ちゃんはいなくてもほのほのがいるし。とにかく天の川さやが先輩になるなんて論外だよ。聖戦だけは絶対入りたくない。
Corona wasn't joking around. For as long as I'd known her, she'd been hostile to Saya. Hey, why do you detest Saya so much?
だって。
She puffed her cheeks like she was put off by the question.
そのくらいにしてやんなさい。女の子には言いたくないことだってあるんだから。
Considering that, you sure talk a lot. That was kind of mean.
はるちゃん。
She looked at Miss Miero like she was some kind of messiah. No, that one is currently going to Vincent. Anyways, did she really not want to talk about Saya that much?
となると、コロナの志望校は名校ってことね。見学はもうした？
してない。
なら一度しておくといいわよ。どんな校風なのか どういう設備があるのか知っておいた方がモチベーションにもつながるだろうし。
おお、みはるちゃんが珍しくまともなこと言ってる。
うっさい、珍しくて悪かったわね。
Mood was ruined because we ridiculed her and when she was being serious. I think that Miss Miyoto's right. Why don't we go and check out the school?
でもちょっと怖いっていうか、名工ってお嬢様だらけなんでしょ。コロナみたいな田舎者は気遅れしちゃうよ。
I don't remember there being anyone like that in Orihime's class. I can understand Korona's predicament.
ねえ、アキに連れてって。
Can I go with you?
それなら怖くないと思うし。
Okay then, if it helps, then I'll go.
ありがとう、アキに。
I would talk with Orihime after the winter vacation ended. I was sure that she'd be glad to give us a tour. After Korora went home safely, I went back to my job. I worked a special night shift until I finally got to sleep early in the morning. Just like everyone in the South... hold on. I did not read that one. I ended up sleeping like a log until the afternoon. Just like everyone in the Saotome family. In the afternoon, we filled ourselves on New Year's food. It had been a long time since I had been able to eat things like osechi or ozoni. The next day, I spent watching New Year's TV with Miss Miharu. Then there was the problematic third day. I had aimed for a time when things would be calm to go visit my relatives. In the end, I just showed my face and let them know what was new. I didn't want to bother them any more than that, so I had just gone home early the same day.
気にしすぎなんじゃない？
Hikari said, carefree after hearing my story. Yeah, I guess you're right. Could have continued, but I decided to just leave it at that. It was best to be as reserved as possible when it came to relatives. There was one lesson I had learned from experience.
それよりさ、遅れちゃったけど、明けおめ、アキト。
This was the first time this year to meet Hikari.
よーしよしよし、コタちゃんはいい子だね。
Saya was caressing Gotaro's fur outside the convenience store.
そろそろいいかな。
Sorry for the wait. These two are the only girls that know what his dick looks like. I had been waiting around for my shift to
ア
end.
キトの部屋で待っててもよかったんだけどね。
Like I would ever let some snoops into my room without me.
せめてサヤだけでも入れてあげたらよかったのに。
I guess if it had been Saya, it would have been okay.
仮を差し置いて、アキトくんのお部屋に入るなんてできないよ。けなげな子だよ、まったく。
Saya had been hanging out with Hikari ever since the Christmas Eve meetup. She wanted to spend as much time as possible with her friend who would be going abroad soon.
そうだ、アキトくん。メッセージではご挨拶したけど、改めまして、明けまして、おめでとうございます。
Today was also the first day to see Saya this year. The peak of the quadrantid meteor shower was today, January 4th. The peak time of a meteor shower was when you would observe the most falling stars. We're meeting up for the first time this year to watch the meteor shower. We had made our way up to the old train car. We put a tarp on the roof and laid down, watching the falling stars.
ちょっと狭いね。
This is exactly where I left off. This is exactly where the bullshit power outage happened. It was a diesel car, so it didn't have a pantograph, but the roof wasn't flat and had several coolers on it, so there wasn't much room to spare. We took care not to fall over the edge, so we took care not to fall over the edge, so we absolutely had to keep close. Why am I in the middle? Hikari and Saya were on either side of
万
me.
が一落ちそうになった時しがみつけるようにね。そうだね。
Saya agreed without hesitation, but under the blanket, she clung closely to me. It wasn't like you could see through the blanket if we were using, but it must have been evident that we were huddling close together.
うわーお。さやってば大胆。
I wasn't sure if Hikari was joking with her or just teasing, but I was used to it, and she just let it slide.
二人ももっとアキト君にくっつかないと危ないよ。いいって私は。これくらいでちょうどいいから。
We were close enough that our shoulders were touching under the blanket. It was a bit tight, and it felt like I was getting sandwiched between them.
四分ギザ流星群の輻射点ってどの辺だっけ？
I think it's between the Boots and Draco constellations.
アプリで調べてみるね。
Saya used an app on her phone to look up the Radiant. Radiant point was where the meteors appear to originate from in the sky, so if you looked in that direction, it might be easier to see them.
輻射点はあっちだよ。
She pointed in the direction indicated by her
あ
phone.
りがとね、さや。どういたしまして。
Listen to you two talk to each other while I'm just stuck here.
あら、羨ましくなっちゃった？安心して。アキト君を仲間外れになんてしないから。
I know that. It feels weird to just only hear the one on each side. Just Saya here, Hikari here. Which is weird since when looking at the video, Saya would be here and Hikari would be here, but it's the other way around because, you know, webcam is flipped. But hey, there's one positive. You can actually read this. Anyways, hold on. It was like I could ever be excluded while I was being sandwiched between them. Ah yes, I'm currently sandwiched between them. I don't know why I did this. We're back to the bottom. There we go.
あ、今流れた。あ、どこどこ？
Don't panic, you'll see another soon.
そうそう。夜は始まったばかりなんだから。
The three of us used to stargaze a lot together. Nothing had really changed since then. We hadn't really talked about it, but I was sure that we all were thinking about that. However, when Hikari tried to pull away again, both Sai and I felt a real sense of
ま
panic.
た3人で星を見ようね。
I could hear Saya mutter that as she looked for shooting stars. I was sure that Hikari heard it on my other side. Hikari didn't even reply.
じゃあね。
A few days later, Hikari left and disappeared. There wasn't even a teary farewell, like it wasn't all that important.
光らしいね。
It looked like Saya was just trying to accept the fact.
光、行っちゃったね。
Saya said to nobody in particular as she was tending to Kotaro. Are you sad?
寂しくないって言ったら嘘になると思う。せっかくまた会えたのに。
Saya had always been with Hikari, as if she was trying to make up for missing time. It wouldn't be wrong to say that she joined the Six Stars Club because Hikari was there. What are you going to do? Ask without bringing up the subject. After the first light for Pleiades 1, my feelings had changed. At first, I had been planning on quitting both the Astronomy and the Six Stars Club, but now I wasn't so sure. But Saya, would she stay in the club after Hikari left?
ごめん。アキト君が何を言いたいのか、私にはわかんないよ。
I see. I replied quietly, like I didn't really hear her. Maybe I was even a little scared of what she might say.
結局、光には部屋を見せてあげたの？
Nope. The Andikari didn't visit my new place. She kept trying really hard for some reason, but I hadn't let her up.
光、見たがってたのに。
You just have to come back in order to see it. Guess I was just worried he was gonna mess it up or something. I knew it was just an excuse.
光はそんなことしないよ。
Oh, I feel like she would. I wanted to say that she would do that, but I couldn't bring myself to say that to Saya's face. What about you, Saya? Do you want to see my room?
いい。光を差し置いて、そんなことできないよ。
Yes, I see. It's like I don't know how you feel, but I don't think you need to read too much into it. Sneeze. Hikari would probably have laughed it off if she knew that Saya was worried about it. What'd you call outside?
コタちゃんぬくぬくだもん。
Saya was warming up by Kotaro, but surely that could only do so much. Well, I gotta get to work now.
頑張ってね。私も適当なところで帰るから。
In the end, Saya didn't even want to see my room. Elementary school or middle school? No, still now. The visit to Mako, probably. Winter vacation had come to an end, that the third term was officially underway. By the way, take it as a little bit of an apology for the 2 days without a video, but today and tomorrow I will upload 4 hours. Just as a way to basically apologize for the whole missing 2 videos thing, you know? Anyways, Koronad asked me to see if Orihime would be willing to give her a tour of Mako Academy. Orihime, of course, said she would. Since I was the one who set it up, I had come with Koronad to the school.
うちお金大丈夫かな。
With a scholarship? Probably. That was the first thing she had to say. I was pretty sure this wasn't her first time seeing the school. Your family seems pretty well off to me. Hold on.
お金持ちってわけじゃないよ。娘にジャブジャブ使えるほどはないと思う。
Try for a scholarship. School building looming in front of us did give the impression that it had cost quite a bit of money.
お母さんとお父さん無理してないといいけど。
Don't think they would have told you to go here if they couldn't afford it. If that's something they want, you shouldn't worry about. If it's something they want, you shouldn't worry about it. They'll always scholarship. If you're really worried about the money, you could try for one of those.
あ、なるほど。優秀ならお金もなんとかなるんだね。コロナ勉強得意だし、頑張るぞ。
She sure sounded confident about herself. Maybe Korona was a better student than I had imagined her to be. As we entered the building, Korona's exclamations of wonder grew.
秋に、何ここすごい。
We were standing in an atrium made of glass that really made it clear that this was a private school. And the standard you feel, but you should try to keep your voice down.
ごめんなさい。
Korona attempted to match the composed mood of those around us by adopting a more refined attitude. She tried to walk more gracefully, but she just ended up looking more awkward than ever.
俺は息が詰まる。
You're trying too hard.
来年コロナが入るかもしれないから、今のうちからやっておかないと。
At least she's diligent, like really diligent. Like, Jesus. She was treating this as a rehearsal, huh? set this up as a casual tour, but Konoha seemed to be taking this visit very seriously indeed. She soon decided that she couldn't mimic everyone's graceful walking style in such a short period of time and started walking as silently as she could.
それより秋にコロナたち今どこに向かってるの？
Konoha was now speaking softly to match her silent footfalls. I smiled at the way she was acting as I answered her question. I was taking you to the astronomy club to find Orihime first. She should be the one who's going to show you around.
了解。
Konoha would be more at ease if Orihime was with us. I stole a sidelong glance at Konoha. She looked overawed by the grandeur that was Meiko Academy. I had a pretty good feeling about this trip. Astronomy Club! A name played tongue on the door. Excuse us?
失礼します。うわ、中真っ暗だよ。
Oh, this again? Watch your step. Here, give me your hand.
うん。
Konoha was clearly uneasy at the thought of entering a dark room. This was my second time though, so I knew what to expect. I was actually surprised that they were doing this again.
そろそろ来る頃だと思っていました。プレアデス7姉妹の長子マイヤ、そして末の妹メローペ。
A single lamp lit up. The only thing visible in the gloom was a dark silhouette. The figure was wearing a hood. I couldn't make out the face, but I was sure it would be the same as the first time I'd been here.
星の巡り合わせが我々をつないでくれました。
Oh, that's...
ことほぎましょう。出会いを。プレアデスの姉妹に祝福を。
I think the actual girl underneath the veil is Honoka. But Orihime is doing the talking.
なんだか難しそうなこと言ってるけど、なんだろう、ワクワクするね。
北の星来たるとき、むつら星一同に返す。そして黄金の時は始まりを迎えるのです。ご覧なさい。運命の車輪を。
運命の車輪？っていうか暗すぎて見たくても見えないよ。
The figure was holding up a card, but it was too dark to see anything more than its shape. There were fewer lamps than last time, making the room much
もう
darker.
明かりつけるね。出ないと顔も見えないもん。あ、待ってください。
The shriek was too late. Light flooded the room, obliterating the darkness.
ふぬふぬ？
I had thought it was Orihime, but apparently... so it wasn't even like Orihime talking. It was Honoka. But apparently it had turned out to be Honoka instead.
ようこそ、お二人とも。明光学院天文部部長、吉岡ほのかが歓迎いたします。
Orihime was there too. She had apparently been watching the entire thing play out from the corner of the room.
吉岡？どうして辞めてしまったの？
私にはこんなの無理です。
明光学院天文部の伝統なのに。
今のが伝統なの？
会長が勝手に決めた伝統です。
That made sense. I found it hard to believe that this was going to be on for a long
ロ
time.
ットカードもまだ本領発揮していませんのに。
もう普通にしましょう。そもそもお二人とは顔見知りなのですから。
It looked like Honoka was only doing this because Orihime had forced her into it. She'd gone along with it for a while, but it looked like this was as much as she could
も
take.
ういいわ。じゃあ吉岡、続きをお願い。
かしこまりました。
She stiffened her posture and turned back to face Korona
草
and
壁
me.
コロナさん、今回は明光学院の見学を希望されるということでよろしいですか？
はい。
明光学院天文部部長大下駄の吉岡ほのかはあなたを心より歓迎いたします。どうぞこちらにご案内しますので。
Honoka grabbed Korona's hand and started to lead her out of the room.
ちょっと待って。秋兄は一緒じゃないの？
案内の許可を取れたのは入学希望者のあなただけですので。
ごめんなさいね。いろいろ堅苦しい学校で。
I'd been in the school a few times on business with the astronomy club, but it looked like I wasn't going to be allowed to just wander around. Korona was going to apply to school, so she had a reason, but there weren't but they weren't about to let a boy from another school just tag
コ
along.
ロナさんが吉岡に案内してもらっている間、彼にはこちらで待機していただくわ。
Are you going to be alright without me?
平気だよ。コロナだってもう子供じゃないんだし。
She was clearly acting braver than she was. Still, I wanted to respect her
なら
efforts.
結構ね。吉岡、あとはお願い。
かしこまりました。では参りましょう。コロナさん。
じゃあ行ってくるね。
Korona followed Honoka out of the room and around the corner. I was left behind with Orihime.
せっかく準備したのに。
Orihime grumbled to herself as she picked up the tarot cards on the
コ
table.
ロナさんなら絶対喜んでくれると思ったのよ。ねえ、空見くんもそう思わない？
You're asking me? I was thrown off a little at the sudden question. Even though we were the only two people in the room, she still somehow ended up getting really close before speaking. You're kind of
あら、
close.
失礼。つい興奮してしまったわ。
It didn't even seem to faze her as she backed away and gave me some
それ
space.
で、あなたはどう思う？
Yeah, I agree. I think Korona would have enjoyed your performance. But why did you have Honoka take over your role? I feel a little bad for her. That was the bigger mistake. That was the bigger problem. Orihime loved all the theatrics, but Honoka wasn't very well suited to
や
them.
はり吉岡には荷が重かったかしら。
Okay, somebody liked the comment. Everyone has things they're good at and others that they aren't. She shouldn't have to be forced to participate in some random club tradition. And yet, she never seemed to complain about it. Orihime, what kind of Orihime, what kind of astronomy club head are you looking for?
そうね。以前は天文部の存続だけを考えていたわ。でも今はもっと先を求めていると思うの。
You mean like expanding the Six Stars Club? Or do you mean even beyond that?
人の望みは果てしなく高みへと巡っていくものなのね。
Orihime walked over to the celestial globe in the center of the room. She looked down at it and let out a sigh.
コロナさんは明光学院に入ってくれるかしら。
Orihime looked up at me with an almost desperate
彼
expression.
女が見学を希望してくれたと聞いて胸が躍ったのよ。もし彼女が入ってくれたら吉岡に後輩ができる。あの子は一人にならずに済む。そんなこちらの事情、コロナさんには関係のない話なのにね。
Orihime apparently had her own reasons for hoping that Korona would come here. It also seemed to be making her feel a little guilty. Korona isn't going to feel obligated to come here because of that. She's going to decide which school she goes to on her own. What club she joins will also be her own choice. She'll also be the one to decide how she's going to respond to your soliciting as well.
それもそうね。私は彼女を見くびっていたのかもしれません。流されてどうにかなるような子ではないものね。
If anything, she's the current that will, tear everyone with her. Orihime's expression finally returned to
明
normal.
光学院のいいところをアピールしても問題ないかしら。それと天文についても彼女にもっともっと星を好きになってもらいたいわ。
I think that would be great. I had no idea how Korona would feel about it. But there was nothing wrong with wanting to introduce others to the things you were passionate about. Orihime always got this glint in her eyes when she was talking about stars and the legends behind them. It was enchanting.
では早速準備ね。空見くん、申し訳ないけれど手伝ってくれる？
Not at all. I'd be happy to see Korona take an interest in the stars too. That settled, Orihime and I got to work. It seemed like Orihime had planned on doing this even before our talk, because most of the preparations were already
コロ
done.
ナさんが校内見学を終えた後、天文部についてじっくり説明しようと思っていたの。衣装はこれよ。吉岡に着てもらうつもりだったのだけれど。空見くんでも似合いそうね。よかったわ。
For some reason, I was getting a bad feeling about this. Isn't that...
サイズに余裕はあると思うから心配は無用よ。
That's not the problem. isn't that for a girl? Are we really gonna play a second game in the role where the main character is forced into crossplay? Really? Is this happening again? Why is this happening again? I couldn't tell exactly what it was, but it looked like an awful lot. But it looked an awful lot like a skirt.
大丈夫。空見くんは綺麗なお顔してるもの。きっとよく似合うわ。
Not again! Not again! No! 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 Fuck!
大
Whoops.
丈夫。
That was an accident. Accidentally pressed
空見くんは綺麗なお顔
control.
してるもの。きっとよく似合うわ。
How's that supposed to be comforting?
5章ですから。お願い。プレアデスの姉妹は女の子でないとダメなのよ。
I guess that means it was Maya's outfit. No, Rime said she was going to have Honoka wear it. And that would mean it was Taigeta's. Whatever, I couldn't tell the difference between Taigeta's and Maya's outfit anyway. Why didn't you ask Honoka to do this?
吉岡の反応を見たでしょ。こういうの得意ではないと思うの。
Neither am I! In fact, I'm really bad at this!
でも、空見くんなら何とかしてくれると信じているわ。むつら星の会に希望を取り戻してくれたように、明光学院の天文部にも新たな光を灯してくれるはず。
Anyway, I placed the tarot card in front of me. It was a star card, and it wasn't an upright
どう
position.
かしら。
Did you just pick that out of the deck? That one out of the deck?
運命とは自分の力で選び取るものよ。妖精プレイオーネの娘マイヤよ。あなたの運命はこの私が見つけて差し上げましょう。
He just looks at her. My fate is out that fucking door! If you're gonna force me to wear that!
迷える末娘メローペをいざないなさい。星々はきっとあなた方姉妹を祝福してくれることでしょう。
She flipped over the star card. I could no longer see the fate that Orime had chosen.
さて、あなたはどうする？
She was certainly putting on an air of confidence, but I kept catching glimpses of doubt. I guess she felt guilty for trying to coerce me to go along with her, so she was trying to cover it up with theatrics. Just this once. After seeing how anxious she was about today, I couldn't bring myself to say no.
空見くん、ありがとう。あなた以上にマイヤにふさわしい人はいませんわ。
Ah! She looked overjoyed as she shook my hands in hers. Orime's hands were faintly moist from her excitement, making them warm to the touch. They were also very
なら
soft.
ば、より完璧なマイヤにする必要がありますわね。
She squeezed my hands tighter as if to make sure I wouldn't try and escape.
お肌も綺麗ね。お化粧のノリもさぞかしいいことでしょう。
Makeup!
安心して、すべてを私に任せて。ええ、決して悪いようにはしませんわ。
Why does this happen? Why does this happen again? I somehow had my doubts. I was quickly beginning to regret my decision.
急ぐわよ、マイヤ。のんびりしていると二人が戻ってきてしまいますわ。
Whoa, hold on a minute! Before I knew what was happening, Orihime had begun unbuttoning my shirt. What? What? She was really good at it too. It happened so fast I didn't even get a good chance to see how she had done it.
さあさあ、衣装はこれよ、マイヤ。
She is way too excited about this! Stop calling me Maya already! She took a photo. I'm Vade. our little play, The Pleiades Maidens, directed by Orihime Shiratori and starring Akta Sorami, had finally come to an end.
あきに、さっきから携帯じゃんじゃん鳴ってるよ。
I know I'm ignoring it. My forced cross-dressing had become unexpectedly popular. Orihime had already taken pictures and decided it would be okay to post them in our 6 Stars Club group chat. The explosion of messages was only to be expected.
あきにって美人だったんだね。
Why does this keep happening? Hold on. Not fuck it. Fuck it?
さあさあ、
Fuck it.
衣装はこれよ。
Fuck it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it well. I mean, I'm not really doing it well, I guess. But then again, I don't fucking give a shit. There we go. Actually, no. I say first Kake, but no, that was also that was also Kazuma. Like Kazuma was the first one. I forgot about that. Kazuma was also forced into crossplay. Kono was looking at the picture of me in a dress again and sighing. Can't you leave it alone already? I don't know if it was Orihime's skill at applying makeup or what, but I didn't even recognize myself when I looked into a mirror. It was so good that I probably could have been mistaken for a girl in the right lighting.
美人なのはいいことだと思うのにな。
That's the advantage of having a beard. Like no one will ever think of doing this to me. Like it is impossible to make this look like a girl. This look like a girl. I am the hairiest motherfucker I personally know. Like Jesus Christ, I am hairy as fuck. I do not feel cold on my legs. The only thing I feel cold on are my feet. Like it is very rare for my upper body or my legs to feel cold. Anyways, nothing if you're a girl. I'm a guy. I don't know if it's because I was ignoring the messages, but my phone wouldn't stop going off. I had it set to vibrate and it was almost constantly shaking in my pocket.
もう、アキニーが返事しないからこっちに来てるよ。
Korona turned her brand new phone around and show me the screen. The chat lock in the app we were using was ridiculously long. Fine, I'll look at it. The 6 Stars Club had a group chat set up. I opened it and was met with a huge number of unread messages.
今の何？上層？超ウケる！アキト何やってんの？
アキトくん？アキトくんだよね。一体何があったの？
面白そうなことをしてるね。もちろん動画は撮ってるんだろ？もちろん動画もありますわ。とても素晴らしいマイヤの。
She recorded it! After that, Orihime uploaded a video which only added fuel to the fire. She really never thinks about the consequences of her actions, does she? Why had she even taken that video? If I had known there was no way I'd have left before making her delete it.
どうするの？
I'll just pretend like I didn't see anything. There was nothing I could do about it at this point. Things had already gone beyond my control. It wasn't really a solution, but I switched my notifications off and continued on my way home.
今日はありがとね、アキニー。
The bus was rocking back and forth a little as Korona thanked me again. What did you think of the
いい
school?
とこだと思う。 ほのほのもいっぱい説明してくれて勉強になったよ。
It appeared that Honoka had performed her duties well.
名工は設備がしっかりしてるみたい。学食もおしゃれで美味しかったし、日替わり定食を頼んだらナイフとフォークが出てくるとは思わなかったよ。
Meiko Academy was even fancier than I thought. Lunch is an important part of learning after all. My school's not bad, but it doesn't come anywhere near the level of Meiko. Meiko Academy's lunchroom looked like a dining hall, more like a dining hall than a cafeteria. They had a large menu that rivaled most restaurants and had a reputation for tasting great too.
名工は学費高いって聞いてるけど、ちゃんと反映されてるなってのが分かったよ。あそこだったら楽しい3年間を過ごせるかも。コロナ気に入っちゃった。まだ将来の夢とかよくわかんないから、名工に入るのが正しいのかわかんないけど。
I mean, isn't that like one of the best schools in the area? It feels like that would be a good choice no matter what. If that's the case, wouldn't going to some place like Meiko be even better for you?
どういうこと？
Going to a high-level school like Meiko Academy will only increase your possible choices for the future. It's impossible to do whatever you can now to make it It's important to do whatever you can now to make it easier to follow the path you'd like to when you eventually do decide. I think Meiko Academy is the kind of place that would be able to help you no matter what you decide to do. In my case, I had too much going on at the time to really think about my future goals. The only thing I was focused on was becoming independent as far as I possibly could. That just made me want Corona and the other underclassmen to find their dreams even more. If there was a place that could help them realize those dreams, I wanted them to go without hesitation. So about your astronomy club. If you're interested in joining, you don't have to feel obligated to.
なんで？どうしたの急に？
I'm just saying, I figured you might feel bad about saying no if you didn't really feel like joining. Anybody might feel at least a little pressure into joining after a welcome like the one she just had. I would love for her to take an interest in astronomy, but I didn't want her to join unless she really wanted to. Orihime would probably get mad at me for saying this to you, but I think it's important. Her main priority at the moment was finding more members at any cost. Knowing the situation her school's club was in, I couldn't really blame her. My school's club head had done the same thing. You still have plenty of time to think about it before you have to decide in the spring.
あきに。
Being passionate about the stars and inviting her to join were completely fine, but the decision was Corona's to make. Didn't want her to rush her decision and end up regretting it.
わかった。すぐ決めちゃう必要はないしね。姫ちゃんのお話は面白いけど、コロナがついていけるのかなって不安はあったし。あの夜、アキ兄と星を見て綺麗だなって思ったのは本当だよ。でもね、まだちょっと怖いんだ。コロナは星のことをあんまりよく知らないから。
Would it really be the right decision for her to join the astronomy club and devote her 3 years at Meiko to them? Some people yearn to discover more about the things they do not know. Though that passion may also subside over time, the more they do learn. I wanted to say that wouldn't happen with Corona, but everyone was different. Forcing her to make a decision now would be unreasonable.
だからね、アキに。また今度、コロナの相談に乗ってくれる？天文部のことだけじゃなくて、受験のこととか、いろいろ聞いてほしいなって。
I guess it was kind of hard for her to discuss these types of things with her parents or Takeichi. That being said, we weren't even in the same year. Was I really the best person for her to be talking to? Of course, anytime.
じゃあ、次の日曜とかどうかな？アキには時間空いてる？
Might have to work that day, but I'm not sure. I'll check and let you know.
わかった。じゃあお返事待ってるからね。
Corona got off the bus to head home. I stayed on it until it reached Mikazuki Station. It was already dark out by the time I got there. It was later than I had realized.
やっと帰ってきた。待ってたよ、アキト。
I'm sorry for being so
あ
late.
んたが戻ってこないと店番抜けさせてもらえないからね。ってことで、はい、 あとはよろしく。
Miss Miyoru took off her apron, thrust it into my arms, and took off back into the house.
あの子は。
The manager just muttered under her breath from where she'd been stocking the
いつも
shelves.
すまないね。うちの娘が。
It's alright, I'm used to it.
空見くんもたまにはわがまま言ってもいいんだよ。いつも頑張ってくれてほんと助かるけど、息抜きも大切なんだから。
I probably looked like I had fantastic behavior when compared to Miss Miyoru. I thought I was already stretching my luck, but apparently the manager didn't think so. Oh, I have a question. Do you remember if I'm scheduled to work next Sunday?
日曜は今のところ朝と夜に入ってもらう予定だね。
That meant my afternoon would be free. Looked like I would have time to talk with Korona. Crap, I left my notifications off. My shift had ended and I was looking at my phone in my room. I had a huge pile of unread messages in the chat app. I forgot I'd put it on silent to ignore all the messages about those pictures earlier. I should send a message to Korona before I forgot. That's when another message caught my attention.
本日はありがとうございました。非常に有意義な一日になりましたわ。
It was a message from Orihime. She was saying thank you. There was nothing teasing about her message. In fact, she sounded completely sincere. I would even feel her proper upbringing in her words.
コロナさんも我が名工学院を気に入っていただけたようで、私は卒業してしまいますが、彼女の入学が楽しみでなりません。
Even if Korona did end up choosing to go to Meiko, Orihime would be graduating before she started. Despite this, Orihime was still welcoming her to the school as a sort of
と
protege.
ころで、本日のお礼というわけではありませんが、
おー
ことがあります。
Oh!
空見くんをプラネタリウムに案内するという約束ですわ。
I do believe this do be the choice coming up. Oh, that's right. I completely forgotten about that.
次の日曜などご予定はいかがでしょう。お返事お待ちしておりますわ。
This Sunday. I had just been about to tell Korona that I was free to talk with her then. I guess it's good I saw this before I replied, but now I had to make a decision. Which one was I going to say yes to? Well, I kinda have to stop the part now. Like, I was gonna go for like 4 hours, but then this happened. This would have been fine if it was like 1 or possibly even 2 hours. Like, very, very borderline for the 2 hours. But like, if it was 1 hour into the video, I wouldn't give a shit. Like, sure, there was like 1 hour at the camera at the beginning of the video, but the rest just push in the goddamn Orihime rat and just call it Orihime rat. But if it's literally like only 30 minutes of Orihime rat, it wouldn't feel right. So I would just go ahead and say that I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and next time we're gonna be starting with the Orihime rat. See you then. Bye bye.